Hello! Dude, I'm so unprepared this time, which sucks because I took like a fucking decade to set everything up again, and then as soon as I actually start, I'm not prepared. Get ready for Twitch front page to play music, quickly, get out of there. I didn't fucking do my announcements anywhere. Announcements are always like, dude, I constantly forget to do those, because like, I don't know, I don't even know how many people click them. Or see them to begin with, but it feels like a good idea to do announcements in the places that I can. So I do, is the gist of that. And it gives a nice bit of warm-up to the stream, because it's been a while. It's been a few days. Again. There you go, that's correct. Normally, if I remember to do an announcement, I like to have the message typed out so I can just press enter as soon as I hit go live, but I forgot. Alright, sue me. Alright, I forgot. Okay? I'm ready though. I'm ready. What's up, Ami? It's been a long time, not only since last stream. I know, like, what, 5 days? 6 days? Who knows? Who knows how long it's been since last stream? It's been a fucking decade since I streamed Link to the Past Randomizer. It's been a very long time since I did Rando. It's so long, in fact, that I completely, like, rearranged, all of the things I have on my right monitor. And I have nowhere to put my tracker for this game, so my tracker is in an absolute ass location. Hey, Crix as well. Yeah, I don't know. I actually have to drag my mouse, like, I don't know, 10,000 screens over to get to where my tracker is, but I'll make do, alright? Farm boys make do. I don't think it's gonna be that bad, but alright. This is why you have, what is it? Oh, first off, anyone else hearing noises? I've been hearing noises in my room. I'm pretty sure it's our dog's new dog toy. So if you hear some strange squeaking noises, that's not my family members strangling a duck in the background. It's a dog toy. My cat loves it as well, and by loves it, I mean is terrified by it. So that's probably what that is. But, yeah, what was I saying? I think previously, before I did my first rando, because I love Link to the Past, it's like, I don't know, is it, let me just start this for one. Is it sacrilege to say something like, Link to the Past is maybe my favorite Zelda game, even years after release? Entirely because of randomizers, to be fair. Like, I did before, like, my first randomizer stream. I might have even done it on stream. I can't remember how that went down. It was like a year and a half ago. But I definitely, at some point before starting randomizers, decided to play through vanilla Link to the Past to 100% it, so I'd have, like, a rough idea of where all the checks were and everything. Still, like, a great game. Like, it is, like, look, I might get myself into trouble a little bit for this opinion. Ever so slightly. Oh god, I hate having to mouse all the way over here to do my tracker. I'm just gonna leave my mouse over there and believe in the power of, untargeted inputs. What is the term I'm trying to think of there? Fucking... You know when a software reads your inputs despite not being focused on the screen. Anyways, yeah, Link to the Past, unlike some other beloved Legend of Zelda games, has not, like, aged poorly at all. So yeah, I know I'm gonna get in trouble for saying that, like, despite, still thinking that OOT is a great game, and especially at the time it came out, it's like, OOT, especially if you don't know, like, any of the cool tricks, like, I would probably enjoy OOT randomizers more if I took the time to learn how to Hess and whatever. Just playing OOT feels incredibly fucking clunky I don't know, dude. Like, it's a stark difference, and I know, Crix, you're not gonna agree with this one, but it's a stark difference looking at something like Super Mario 64, which has, like, some obvious clumsiness, just due to the controller, honestly. Like, the biggest issues I would say SM64 has is the camera, but control-wise, like, SM64 is on par with modern Mario games. And OOT a little bit less so. OOT feels very jank in a lot of places. It's still good. I just, like, I don't know, it's just not as fun for me to play it as Link to the Past is, where, like, and I use this example a lot when I talk about this kind of thing. It's like OOT, you can't really blame it for feeling a little bit jank when OOT was the first of its generation, like literally the first 3D Zelda game. You can expect there to be some jankiness. And Link to the Past was, you know, the last of the 2D Zeldas, more or less. You know, you can throw in examples like, the fucking, what is the Link to the Past remake? Like the pseudo-remake, pseudo-weird sequel? Link Between Worlds, I think. You know, you could make the argument that that's also a 2D game, 2.5D, 3D graphics, 2D gameplay. But, yeah, I don't know. At the time that, like, 2D was the only kind of game that existed, Link to the Past was, you know, the last to be made. And it shows. It's well made. It's fun. It's the glitches in it. I don't know. It's weird for me to, like, review it on the glitches, but the glitches are, like, kind of fun, too. You know, the any percent for this game is absolutely wild and hilarious to watch people just walk through the walls. I love that. But I think the thing that stands out about Link to the Past more so than anything else is the fact that, like, the randomizer for Link to the Past is, like, kind of the best randomizer. I'm not sure if that one's gonna get me in trouble, but I don't know how they accidentally developed, like, the best randomizer before, you know, years before randomizers existed. I didn't even realize we got bombs. I'm not paying attention to the run whatsoever. I should probably get magic. I think there's magic somewhere? Yeah, there's magic. More over here? Yeah, there you go. Bombs are good. I'm glad we got bombs. And I should have enough magic to kill the only rat that I need to kill. I'm not used to people chatting when I do randos. The last time I did randos, it was like a completely empty chat the entire duration. So, like, I don't know. Sorry if I, like, don't read your message for a decade or maybe ever. Just because, like, I don't know. That's kind of like what I do. Like, I feel like I've got the mentality of a streamer that has, like, thousands of viewers and reading the chat is impossible for them, except, like, I have maybe 2 viewers ever, and I definitely could read the chat, but I don't know, I have more fun ranting and rambling on my own. But anyways, what was I saying? Yeah, the randomizer for Link to the Past is stellar. Like, the amount of items that, like, give you, like, little speed boosts, like, way earlier in the game than you would ever be expected to have that item, and, like, just certain sequence breaky things you can do. Like, the fact that, you know, you can go to the mountaintop. Aghanim Seed? The fact that you can go to the mountaintop with the flute before you have the lamp, and, like, if you have hookshot, you can get to the other side of the mountain. Like, there's a lot of cool things that Link to the Past Rando opens up that I don't think necessarily, well, I don't know, they have it. Like, obviously that's the appeal to randomizers, right? Is, like, it's fun to do things in, like, a sequence breaky, out of order sort of style. Otherwise, like, I don't know, randomizers would be boring as hell if it was the same experience every single time, and, you know, it was very similar to vanilla. Which I'm not saying that other randomizers are, but especially, like, I don't know, fucking Wind Waker randomizer, despite, like, I would probably have fun with the Wind Waker rando, but only if I had someone else to be miserable with. Also, sorry, let me fucking check. I'm not being a very good tracker boy. I'm not paying attention. Hopefully I haven't picked up, like, an important item that I haven't checked. No, I'm good. Yeah, I think Wind Waker rando would only be fun in the context of, like, other people facing that misery alongside you, because, like, the majority of the Wind Waker randomizer is overworld stuff, and for a lot of reasons. Aghanim Seed! Disgusting! I fucking knew it as soon as I got early lamp. Oh, why am I checking? Dude, this is so fucking clumsy. Click, mirror. There you go. Disgusting. So for those who don't know much about Link to the Past randomizer, you very, very rarely have to do the vanilla castle sequence where you kill Aghanim 1. But that is like, well, I don't know. There's a few ways that it can happen that you have to kill Aghanim. That check that I just saw in like the lumberjack's back room is one of the only things that can force you to do Aghanim. And it just happened to be Mirror, which is like I don't know, is Mirror strictly required? Like, there might be some fucking bizarro seeds where you don't need Mirror. I actually think it is more possible than I'm giving it credit. Like, if you didn't have to do Swamp Palace, I think Swamp Palace is the only... No. Yeah, no, Swamp Palace might be the only dungeon you need Mirror for. I'm not 100% on that, but it sounds plausible, and if I say it confidently enough, people will have to believe me. Okay. Dude, one of these days I'm gonna read chat. I'm just gonna have to, like, accept being slow for a little bit. Also, I fucked this up. Whatever. Slight suboptimal movement. Finally got a sword, so I don't need to worry about magic. And Ice Rod. Sword and Ice Rod. Kinda getting, like, a lot of items right off the get-go here, which is good. There will be moments where I can read chat. You know, there's a few times, especially early on, that I save and quit, so I'll just, like, do a fucking chat binge while I save and quit so it doesn't affect my in-game time. How about that? Does that sound good for everyone? Is that agreeable? Can we all have a good time with that? But yeah, I don't know. OOT as well. I don't think it's nearly as bad as Wind Waker, but OOT... I don't know, the randomizer, it felt better than Wind Waker for sure, like, I want to make that clear, but OOT didn't strike me as, like, nearly as interesting as Link to the Past, as far as, like, doing things crazy out of order, and, like, the utility that items have, wasn't nearly as, you know, widespread as certain items do in Link to the Past, but I know that I'm just, like, a fucking little fanboy gamer. I just enjoy Link to the Past, and also I fucking mind-flooded myself by doing this in the complete wrong order, trying to look at my tracker? Like the boo sprite? Thanks. I hit random. I hit random, which is why I have no idea what my sprite is going to be until I load into the game. There was one time where I, you know, no offense to people who are bronies out there, maybe no offense. What the fuck? But the only time I reset the game to get a different skin was when I was a My Little Pony character. I just didn't feel right. I didn't feel at home playing as fucking Rapidash or Ponyta, whatever the fucking My Little Pony characters' names are. Alright. Hammer, though, that's good. That's a good item. I can't really do much with it until I get level 1 gloves, but I'm kind of cracked at Link to the Past randos, by the way. I kind of slap at this thing. It's been a while since I played it, even, like, prior to me streaming it now. Like, months since I even did it off-stream. I used to do it all the time with my girlfriend, but we kind of washed out of them. But we started doing them again recently, and I picked it up pretty quickly. Misery Mire, I only had to do once so far, and that was a little bit of a disaster. Ugh. I'm gonna have to come back for that. Yeah, Misery Mire was a bit of a disaster. But outside of that, that was like the only dungeon I actually had trouble with. Turtle Rock, what the fuck? What is, like, this is the most front-loaded rando of all time. Like, literally the back half of this is just gonna be fucking rupees, arrows, bombs. I'm gonna get jack shit done. Well, hopefully I could just, like, mainline the dungeons and be cruising. It's like one of the reasons I don't really like, Wind Waker especially, is like, there are not very many. I forget the route to do this. This is not right. This is absolutely not right. This is miserably wrong. This is like possibly the wrongest you could be, maybe? Oh, nice. Never mind. I still got it. Okay. That felt really bad. Okay. Yeah, Wind Waker doesn't have many dungeons, so... And, like, the access to the dungeons is very specific, and you need to do a bunch of prerequisites before you can even go into the dungeons. So, like, the entirety of the Wind Waker rando experience is just fucking doing overworld boat stuff for hours, which doesn't seem very fun. All right, let me catch back on chat while I have the chance. Loved your time with Minish Cap, but never finished it because you got frustrated with the Kinstones? Never played Minish Cap. I always saw that Link's hat was a weird bird, and I was like, Zelda fell off, dude. What the fuck is this weird bird hat? Cringe. So I never played that one. Aside with never having the console to play it on, that assisted. There's nothing wrong with TikTok clock. Are you saying there's a problem with approximately, I don't know, infinity invisible walls? There's nothing wrong with TikTok clock. Best level. Link's Awakening. And honestly, like, the name is familiar. There's so many Zelda games that, like, has anybody played? Has anybody played, what, wasn't it on, like, the original GBA, the fucking Seasons games? Does anybody know these games? I feel like there was an era of Zelda games that people just didn't care about, mainly because they were just, like, every single Nintendo handheld console had to have an exclusive Zelda game on it, and I'm not fucking buying 10 different consoles to play every Zelda game. Disgusting. I would definitely not say Wind Waker is the best Zelda rando, but if you have fun with it, that's fine. That's fine. What are my thoughts on Breath of the Wild? I think Breath of the Wild is a very good game, but it certainly doesn't feel like a Zelda game, but also that's fine. I don't know. I have no problems with it. Also, like, a Zelda game is like it's not like Zelda games are a genre, right? I mean, they can do whatever they want with the fucking franchise. But I don't know. I think, like, an understated, like, fun part about Zelda games is, like, they are, like, light Metroidvanias, alright? Like they're not real Metroidvanias because you almost never have to do backtracking unless for, like, optional shit, but even then, you, like, hardly have to backtrack at all for most optional shit in Zelda games. But I don't know, you get new abilities that let you, like, go to places you couldn't before. They're, like, light Metroidvanias, and there is absolutely none of that in Breath of the Wild. I would have loved to see more of that in Breath of the Wild if, like, the dungeon abilities you got actually, like, you know, unlocked new things that you couldn't do before. But I also understand there is a fun element to getting, like, basically every ability right at the start, like in Plateau. And then it's just like a big-ass open-world sandbox, which is fine. Like, I've enjoyed my time with it. When running the game not in handheld mode, it does get particularly framey, and, like, the What is it? Is it Far On Woods, the big jungly area that rains constantly? It's not super well optimized, but it's fun. I like Breath of the Wild. I could go into the whole durability argument if you want me to, but I feel like that's been talked to death, and you probably understand my opinion on it if you see that I enjoy the game, which I do. Alright. Yes, dude! My Little Pony is stupid! As soon as I get one person agreeing with me in chat, I'll go off on it. Oracle games aren't great, but Link's Awakening is a gem. I'll have to look into it. Favorite Zelda is still Twilight Princess. Now there's a take. I did see that there is a Link to Link to the Past. I got a Link to the Past on the brain, dude. There's a Twilight Princess randomizer. I'm not sure how new it is. I might be like talking years in the past here. But I had never seen the Twilight Princess rando was made. From what I can tell, I don't know how fun it would be. I feel like the Twilight Princess rando would only be enjoyable if you knew speedrun tricks. Whereas, like, Link to the Past rando, I think that's why I think it's, like, in my opinion, the best rando, is because you don't need to know any tricks for it to be fun. Whereas OOT especially, I feel like OOT could be maybe even more fun than Link to the Past, but you kind of have to know the tricks to, like, abuse it. Otherwise, I don't know, just playing through OOT pseudo-casually with the items being in different spots is kind of eh. Especially, like, another huge thing I don't like about OOT is, tokens. The fucking token sanity. Like, because, I don't know, to me, I think the randomizer is only fun if you're gonna play with token sanity, but also, like, I don't have the fucking time to memorize where every single Skulltula token is. There's so many, like, microscopic, obscure little checks where, oh yeah, there's, like, jack shit reason to ever be there, but there was a Skulltula, so if you're playing with token sanity, you have to know that, and it's like, it's a huge chore for me to find any enjoyment out of OOT rando. But I realize that's like a me thing. If you already, like, did some of the busy work, like you already, you know, tried speedrunning OOT, so you know how to Hess and you know how to do things quickly, then yeah, I'm sure OOT rando is probably more fun, but from like a base level, not knowing anything about OOT, not a great rando IMO. Favorite part of Zelda has always been the dungeons. Well, I'm sure you probably have a less than positive opinion on Breath of the Wild. Twilight Princess dungeons, like, I don't even remember that much. The biggest thing I remember about Twilight Princess dungeons is being stuck in the water temple for an absolute decade. That's my memory. That's also a shared memory with OOT. I also could not beat Adult Water Temple. And honestly, I had kind of a bit of trouble with Jabu Jabu as a kid. For real? What do you need to run Twilight Princess for there to be a $400 buy-in? Is the top speedrun on, like, Switch or something right now? Or the game? The game is that expensive? Holy shit, dude. I'm getting on eBay after this. God damn. Yeah. Breath of the Wild, you know, you can hate it all you want, but Breath of the Wild did do something different. All right, let me check this. Let me say that this is Flippers, and let's get back into gaming. While I enjoy the chat sections where I just get to talk and don't have to do anything, let's get to just a little bit of gaming, just a smidge of gaming to appease the gamers of the world. Some obscure language that makes the... Oh, well, fuck, dude. Signing off eBay. Damn. Well, that makes sense, though, I guess. Out of any reason for it to end up being that expensive, that does make sense. Okay, so what am I doing? I do have everything I need for Eastern Palace. I'm cheating now, by the way, because, like, part of the fun of doing randos quickly is routing everything on the fly, but I'm cheesing my in-game time by sitting on the start menu. Yeah, I don't know. I think that, like, the combat is honestly the most unenjoyable part of Breath of the Wild for me, though, because I'm a dumbass, and I, for the first experience playing the game, thought it would be a good idea to play in Master Mode, and I probably should have done a little bit of research to find out that Master Mode is just objectively unfun. It is just a worse experience. Breath of the Wild gets carried with its glitches. I haven't seen many. Well, that's not true. I guess I've seen plenty of, like, tiny little trick videos on Twitter of people. Most often, like, you'll see a lot of people, like, schmoove off of a Sentinel, I think is their name. Schmoove off of a Sentinel, and then, like, get on their shield to surf and fly, like, 1,000,000 miles away, and then while in midair, snipe the Sentinel to get the kill. You know, I see a lot of that kind of action. But, Breath of the Wild is fun in its own way. I just think that, particularly, I am, dude. You got me. I am gonna go out of my way for 20 rupees on the offhand chance that I actually have to get the flipper check. But, yeah, Master Mode sucks. For anybody out there who still hasn't played... I'm gonna die. For anyone who still hasn't played Breath of the Wild, and, skirt! Oh, fuck, I killed myself. Well, at least I'm right near where I spawned. Oh, look at that. We get to see a cute little, I don't know, Boo in an envelope? What the fuck is that? Oh, god damn it. Sanctuary, are you fucking kidding me? Mispressed. What was I talking about? Yeah, combat, Master Mode. Don't play Master Mode. It is ass. It's just, like, unfun. Like, while I might be able to, you know, see myself indulging in the combat a little bit more frequently if every single enemy didn't have regen that, like, fully heals them after a while. Playing on Master Mode, like, I mean, you hear the argument in a lot of cases that, like, and it is, you know, it is a detriment to the game, the fact that you can more or less, like, debase combat in Breath of the Wild down to just, like, you know, here are my resources, I have these weapons, and I'm probably going to expend, you know, these weapons in this combat encounter. Is it worth it for me to engage in this combat when I know I'm going to be losing these weapons and get, like, nothing back in return? Nice, dude, I can run. Which means I can read chat even less, because you know my ass is focusing 110% on not bonking. But, oh fuck, dude, now it's gonna be even harder to do tracker bullshit. What was I talking about? Like, dumb shit, like always? Yeah, I don't know, the combat, it does fall apart a little bit. Like, I am one of those gamers who doesn't think that the durability is as much of, like, a fucking game design sin as some people will have you believe. But, especially on Master Mode, it does make, like, basically all combat encounters, like, a complete waste of time. So you just, like, it is, in almost every case, just a better idea to avoid and run away. Okay, well, I mean, I can do a lot without the mirror. Let me look at the overworld map, because I haven't paid attention if I got the map for Eastern Palace to let me know if that's a waste of time or not. I'll just bank on it. I'll just bank on Eastern Palace being worth my time. I should do Hype Cave first, though. But yeah, especially, like, Master Mode is bad on its own, but especially in a few key points in the game, it just kind of makes it, like, straight up unplayable. Like, almost every combat encounter in the game is... I mean, yeah, technically you can, like, try really hard to isolate enemies away from a pack, but the game tries its hardest. Shrek world, by the way. We're in fucking Shrek swamp now. The game tries its absolute hardest to put you in, like, multi-enemy combats, which, when playing on Master Mode, is just, like, an untenable situation. Like, you just absolutely can't fucking do it. Like, you'll get distracted by one enemy for 3 seconds, and then the enemy you were focusing on is back to full HP. It is, it's kind of just ass. Like, just ass, dude. So... Not a big fan of it. Especially, like, the Master Sword quest to upgrade your Master Sword by doing the trials or whatever. Just, I don't know. IMO? As someone who has spent, like, probably close to 10 hours trying to do Master Sword trials on Master Mode, bit of a mouthful, I'm not convinced that it's possible. I'm pretty sure that you just can't do that in Master Mode. And I already talked previously about the refight of the lightning boss, or is it the water boss? One of the boss refights. I think it's the water boss. By design, that boss, like, has large durations of the fight where you cannot hit it. And so you're just fucked, basically. Like, the only way to kill that boss in Master Mode is by using Urbosa's Fury twice. Otherwise, it just regens to full HP. Like, any amount of damage, no matter how fucking strong your weapon is, any amount of damage that you can deal to it in the short amount of time that you're able to, just gets regened when it flies away for a little bit. The new glitch is a weird combo of words, and people just call it item slide. I think I probably would have a more fun time with Breath of the Wild if I learned some of the glitches. Yeah, I was thinking of bullet time bounce. That's the one that I see a lot of. No worries. Later, Crix. Thanks for hanging out. Alright, fucking... Yeah, I guess I'm doing Eastern Palace, and maybe Dark Palace also? A little bit of Eastern Palace, Dark Palace combo? What a strange seed to allow that. I don't think I've ever gotten Lantern this early. I'm gonna try my absolute hardest to avoid doing Aghanim. I know I'm gonna have to do Aghanim, because, like, it's got the fucking mirror locked behind it. But if I can manage to do an entire seed without the mirror, I think that's an accomplishment all on its own. So I'm gonna try my damn hardest. Also, what the fuck have I right-clicked here? Oh my god. I didn't right-click this. I left my crystals checked from when I was setting up my screen region. It took a long-ass time to set up the screen region, by the way. I know it looks messy as fuck, but to get it even remotely to, like, fit in that tiny area and have the maps overlap is a pain in the ass. It's the first time I've had to remake this screen region since I moved to regular OBS Studio instead of Streamlabs OBS. Because fuck Streamlabs OBS. And, like, yeah, also fuck Streamlabs just in general, but, like, Streamlabs OBS is just awful software. It's just bad. It's, like, literally OBS except worse, and it constantly tries to trick you into paying for stuff. I don't know why anybody would choose to run Streamlabs OBS in today's day and age. Oh, please. Oh, God. But I have to schmoove. I'm getting lost in the sauce here trying to check things off on my tracker. Normally, I have my tracker, like, right next to my game window. So it's not that much of a stretch to look over and see what I need to check, but it's rough. It's rough having to look 10,000 monitors over, or whatever I fucking said earlier. Skull Woods! Nice. Love to see it. Love to see me not having to do Skull Woods. I'm good at Skull Woods, don't get me wrong. Like, Skull Woods is no problem for a guy like me. But any Dark World dungeons you get to skip are better. Although I would prefer if I saw that I didn't have to do Misery Mire or Turtle Rock or something. I mean, those are the two bad ones, right? Those are like the ultra turbo stinky ones, is Misery Mire, Turtle Rock. Honestly, Palace of Darkness is pretty ass, too. I don't know why I give Palace of Darkness so much slack when it's also, like... I don't know, I think Palace of Darkness might end up being longer than Turtle Rock. If you don't have Mirror. And I don't have Mirror, so... Oh, fuck, I'm doing Eastern Palace, though. I got so Palace of Darkness pilled that, I forgot what I was doing. Well, they start out looking identical. It's like it's a funny little gamer reference. Just for those paying attention. That, Eastern Palace and Palace of Darkness got kind of a similar layout to them. Isn't that crazy? I've never learned what's fastest, if it's faster to go back across the bridge or jump down. I think jumping down is faster if you're good at the game. But, you know, the obvious. The obvious is, I'm not the best. I'm not the best. I did say earlier that I'm cracked, but that's a little bit of hubris involved there. I do have a lot of fun doing Link to the Past randos, though. It's been fun doing them off stream too. Like I just enjoy it. Like it's a fun pastime. For those who have not given Link to the Past rando a try because they think it's like too daunting, like Link to the Past is probably the easiest rando to get into if I had to guess, and especially if you've played Link to the Past in the past. Ever? Oh, what the fuck was that, dude? Whiffed on the pot? Who am I? Worst I've done that room in a while. But you really don't have to learn that much. And, like, the tracker does a lot of work for you. The only thing that you really need to, like, well, probably want to learn is how to do dungeons quickly. In particular, like, the biggest one is Misery Mire, because that dungeon just has, like, about 50% of that dungeon is just straight up malicious. There is no reason to go into, like, half of the rooms in Misery Mire. It just exists to make you sad. So if you don't know, like, even a somewhat optimal route, like, you don't have to be the best, but, like, just knowing where the checks are, and in particular, like, what rooms to avoid is probably more pertinent information. Will let you have a much better time. But you also don't need to, like, learn everything up front. Like, the first rando, well, there you go. I fucked it. I always end up fucking this one way or another, so it's probably good that I fucked it in a way that didn't lead to me taking infinite damage. Dude, level 1 sword is an actual disaster. Like, how did they leave this in the game like this? You just can't fucking hit anything with level 1 sword. I'm fucking running into you, bitch. That's what I've come to. I can't swing at you normally, so that's the route I'm taking. I got a lot of hearts, which makes me somewhat confident in my ability to do Thieves Town early, but level 1 sword is not optimal. I mean, look, Thieves Town is, like, also a really good example. While oh fuck, I already got that chest. While I have talked about the fact that, Link to the Past rando is, like, very varied, and it is very varied, I will say that, like, in almost every single, just because the way it's, you know, the items work out and it's designed, in pretty much always every randomizer, Thieves Town is going to be one of the first dungeons you have available. For better or for worse. Like, I've gotten significantly better at Thieves Town than I used to be. But especially, like, if you force yourself into a situation where you're like, I have to do Thieves Town, especially if, you know, you get locked into the sunk cost fallacy, which is a very dangerous situation to be in, but I find myself doing that constantly. Yeah, Thieves Town can really fucking blow. having to do blind like 30 times over because you keep dying constantly. But I do think that Thieves Town is a testament to, like, I don't know how they did it so well on accident. Like, there are so many things to talk about relating to accidental, like, perfect randomizer design in Link to the Past. Like, it makes absolutely almost 100% accuracy, by the way. It makes absolutely no sense. Please, Crystal. Let's go, dude. Not a waste of time. Yeah, it makes absolutely no sense for blind to not have a health bar, but to just die after getting hit 9 times. Like, that's such weird boss design in the base game that you would probably never fucking realize playing the game normally. Like, you would just hit him 9 times and assume, oh, I did enough damage to kill him. But it doesn't matter what sword you're using, or even if you're using a sword, you can use the hammer. Blind always takes 9 hits to kill, which is like, it's a fucking equalizer. Like, why did there need to be an equalizer installed for Thieves Town? I guess because, like, even in vanilla, Thieves Town can still be accessed. It's like, it is one of the first Dark World dungeons you can go into, I think. Maybe I'm losing my mind here, but I'm pretty sure it's one of the first, if not the first that's accessible. It's been a while since I played vanilla. But anyways, yeah, it makes, like, very... What the fuck am I doing here? What the fuck? Is that not the way? Why is this blocked off? God, these guys have infinite HP when you have level 1 sword. Why the fuck couldn't I go forward there? That was strange. I'm chunky, dude. I guess Boo is chunkier than I remembered him being. I'm gonna be extra careful here because I do not want to take a death. If I get into the dungeon, I can just take, like, a quick death. Even, like, a quick intentional death. I'm getting so fucking scared, I'm forgetting where I'm supposed to be going. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of things about Link to the Past that just make it an absolute snasty rando. It has, like, no absolute right to be as good as it is. Yikes, dude. I'm so scared, but I have to kill these things or I'll be even more scared. There's, like, extremely weird things regarding, like, some of the later game bosses. Like, I've talked about this when doing randos in the past, but, like, why on earth does some of the late game bosses have armor? Not, like, a lot of HP, but literal armor. Like, if you don't have a high enough level sword when fighting them, you cannot deal damage to them, which I'm pretty sure only affects the level 1 sword, which it's impossible to get to the Dark World with a level 1 sword in vanilla. So why on fucking Earth would they design it such that those bosses had armor? Like, it's so strange, but... And maybe I'm just ignorant, and I'm unaware to the fact that the randomizer has, like, added some of these weird things, and these aren't the way that, like, vanilla things work, but I'm gonna assume that the randomizer doesn't do anything, like, weird shit like that. Because that would be a weird thing for them to do. There are, like, options in the randomizer to, like, select for hard mode if you want things to do more damage and stuff, but if they did that by default, it would be a bit strange. So I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. And also, I should be saving bombs, probably. I want to get through the... I want to get through the right side of Palace of Darkness. What the fuck? Did he still take that? Oh my god. I've never seen that happen. I think because I left the room, like, while he was still taking damage, he still took damage when I entered it again. Normally, rooms, like, completely reset when you leave them. It's, strange. Never seen that. Anyways... Yeah, fucking gaming. Do I have anything else to, like, talk about other than Link to the Past bullshit? I got a few things. Like, the fact that I haven't streamed in as long as I haven't streamed. There's, like, well, not a good reason for that, but a reason that I stand by is that, like, despite me knowing that it would happen, like, I fucking knew that, the numbers I was getting as a result of, like, the original Critical Raid / Moose Raid were, like, I don't know if unsustainable is the right way of putting it, but for me, unsustainable. Like, I don't think I have the mass appeal required to keep that level of viewership just off of a raid. Like, if people found me of their own volition and were like, wow, this guy's funny and also dumb, count me in. I can imagine. It's like I don't want to give myself credit. Like, I'm trying my hardest to not give myself any credit for my own stream. But, like, yeah, I could understand if somebody randomly stumbled upon me and followed that they would probably continue watching. But if you just get, like, raided from someone and, especially if you're not playing the game that the person who raided you is known for, which is a bit of a weird statement, but, like, if you were playing Mario 64 at the time of being raided, and you were raided by, like, a Mario 64 speedrunner, it's safe to imagine that, like, if people follow you during that raid, they're following you because, like, for one, they want to show support for the raid, because that's something people do, and also because you're playing Mario 64, and if you continue playing Mario 64, they might stick around, but if that was, like, a one-off stream, you might not see them. You might not see them for a while. Fuck, dude! So, the fact that, like, I'm not a Hobbit streamer, I'm not a Hobbit gamer. I play Hobbit, I enjoy Hobbit, I enjoy the speedrun, but, like, honestly, I've been doing it too damn much. Like, I've gotten too Hobbit pilled. I probably need to cool it on the Hobbit, because, I mean, for one, it makes my stream less fun for me. Like, I have more fun when I'm doing random bullshit. I want to get back to, what's it called? I was gonna call it Crypt of the Necrodancer. And something, is Crypt even in the title? I don't think it is. What am I trying to say? Fucking something squad? Why can't I remember the name of the game I played, like, less than a week ago? Or probably over a week ago at this point. I swear it starts with Crypt, dude. Crypt Squad. That is not the name. Whatever the squad game is, if you watched me on that stream, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. I just have, like, -10 IQ, so I can't remember things. I want to get back to that game and finish it, because I had a good time with it. Where was the second chest that I missed, like, entirely? I just didn't fucking pick it up at all. There are two... Oh my god, I just didn't go up. And that was, like, a pretty important item, too. So I'm glad I went back for it. Not that I really had a say in the matter. I probably would have had to come back to it eventually, but I'm glad I came back to it immediately. Yeah, anyways, Hobbit. What am I fucking saying, dude? I'm just rambling, honestly. I'm out of interesting things to say. But I'm not a Hobbit streamer, is, like, basically, like, the end goal of what I'm trying to say here. Like, if you followed me because you liked watching me stream The Hobbit, like, sorry to break your poor little heart, your achy breaky heart, but Hobbit was, like, only something I ever intended on doing for, like, a few streams, because I thought it would be fun. I got a little carried away with it, which I definitely take full blame on that. Like, it is my own fault that I got carried away with it, but, like, yikes. Little scared here. I got the most viewership I have ever gotten on Twitch, period. So, you can't blame me too much for trying to stick with what quote-unquote worked. Now, that being said, I had an inkling, a little suspicion that it probably wasn't going to last forever. And now that I've kind of, maybe not definitively proved that that's the case, but I've gotten even more of a feeling that that wasn't going to stay forever. I don't know, I feel less ambition with Hobbit. Ooh, nice. That's just tasty. Just means I don't have to be miserable anymore. Where's the sword? There you go. Hey, now I can do Aghanim. I guess, yeah, I was calling it an Aghanim seed before I even had level 2 sword. I'm a dummy, dude. Sometimes I can be a bit of a dunce. Maybe I should have used the pot instead of using 2 arrows, because I like to use arrows for the upcoming boss fight, and I'm dead as hell, dude. I think I should just take the L and respawn while I'm not, like, too deep into the dungeon, because I know I'm not capable of flawlessing Palace of Darkness boss, whatever its name is, with level 2 sword. If I had light arrows, I might fucking go for it, but without light arrows, I'm not that much of a dummy. I know my own bounds, and I stay within them. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still gonna play Hobbit. Don't worry. Like, you know, if you truly are going to sorely miss the Hobbit, it's not the end of Hobbit-based gaming for me. But did I just switch that back to what I don't want it to be? Am I that stupid? No, okay. I'm just like mostly that stupid, but not entirely, I guess. I think I do want to switch that there. Ah, no red cane. No red cane. I have to push this the normal way. Resident sleeper, dude. But, yeah, I'm still gonna do, like, I want to get a better time than 1855, because I know I can, and that's not hubris talking. That's like, well, I mean, for one, I think my sum of best is, like, literally 5 minutes, 5 minutes lower than my actual time. So that's, like, particularly embarrassing. I could definitely shave off a few minutes on my PB without even trying that hard. I just need to, like, do maybe a little bit of practice in barrels, which, like, I can't fucking believe I'm having to practice barrels. I was so goddamn consistent with it, and it's all fallen apart. My beautiful barrels has all fallen apart. My crumbling castle. Yeah, there will be more Hobbit, and like I said, I'm still organizing the races. I did settle on a bi-weekly schedule with it, because, like, I feel like if it was anything more frequent than twice a month, it would probably, like, I don't know. I feel like scheduling things like this is somewhat risky. God damn, I'm gonna have no HP for this boss fight anyways, because I'm stupid. I feel like you want to be careful the way you schedule things like this. Fucking Christ, dude. Fucking Christ, dude. If only my green potion was anything other than a green potion. Honestly, I'd have taken a B. I'd be more satisfied with an empty potion than a green potion. Alright, let's try and not take world's dumbest damage on the way to the boss this time. I'm probably... Fuck. Like, this is harder than I made it out to be. The boss is not that easy. Even if you're using arrows for it, it's a tricky boss. So I'm not super confident in my abilities. Fuck. Didn't get the pot throw, because I'm using an analog stick for a D-pad game. No, dude, I really wanted that, and I also can't fucking believe that didn't hit. Hello? Thank you. Yeah, you want to be careful the way you schedule things like that, because if you do it too quickly, like, at the start, like, because I know it's easy to get carried away and excited about, like, doing a new thing, like organizing races with a group. I'm not exactly going to try and relate this 100% to when I was doing blind races, but I feel like, just a hunch, if you try and do too much, like, oh, you don't need to do that again. If you try and do it too frequently, and, like, the other members of the group, while they might be down with it at first, will probably wash out of it, sooner if you do it more frequently. I feel like that's how you get into a situation where you just kill, like, everyone's morale and nobody wants to do races ever again. Which is not what I'm looking for, believe it or not. I've had a good time. I had a good time with the last race. I think it would be fun to do again for sure. And I'm excited for, you know, about a week from now. But I definitely didn't want to make the situation where if I, like, you know, settled on doing it once a week, or God forbid, more frequently than that, everyone would wash out and there would be no races ever. So I think it's better in general to just take it easy with that kind of thing. You know, not everybody's as much of a gamer as you. You gotta remember, always remember, you're probably the biggest gamer of your friend group if you're doing the kind of shit like organizing a group of people to race with, so you gotta respect people's free time. I'm dead as hell, by the way, for real. Like, straight up dead as fuck. Like dead as fuck, dude. I hate this boss. It's actually so terrifying. I think I might just come back later, which is the ultimate coward's way out, but also, like, I guarantee I will waste, I don't know, 30 minutes trying to kill that boss when I shouldn't. So I'm gonna take the L and leave. I'm gonna leave. I got Fire Rod out of it, so it's not like it was a complete waste of time. We did actually get something worthwhile from that experience. Link's house? Why did I pick Link's house? That's not where I wanted to go. You know, I'm quitting again. Been a lot of save and quits this time around. An unnecessary amount of save and quits. Because I forgot to go to my sanctuary. Oh, man. But, yeah, I don't know. I have more fun, basically, doing other things than just Hobbit constantly. Like, I did, you know, I still think that first stream back where I tried new things, that was just, like, destined to fail, I think. That first stream where I played, what is the name of it, dude? Cruelty Squad! I knew it started with a C. Alright, I was close. I was close with Cryptic Squad, or whatever the fuck I said. Yeah, that segment was kind of predetermined to go poorly for a number of reasons. One, I get nervous, and I've been nervous. Like, you know, when I was streaming to more people than I am right now, probably, it felt especially, like, bad right before starting stream. There's like, way too big of an expectation to be entertaining. Like, I do not have that capacity for entertainment. Like, I think I can, not that one. I think I can be entertaining at times, but for there to be a demand of, you have to be funny, like, now? Or, you know, well, that's the expectation, right? Was that I had to be funny while I had the high viewership, or I would lose it. So that's what pressured me, but you know, I'm pretty sure that no matter how much I grinded and how fucking funny I was, I'd still be in the same situation I am now. So I you know, I'm not, like, down in the dumps about it, but, like, it does, I think it's kind of impossible to avoid getting a little upset by it. I'm trying not to, like, you know, be the woe is me self-blame guy, like, if only I had been slightly funnier, or just more entertaining in general, then you know, I would have kept some people interested in my stream, in my existence as a human being. But, at the same time, I'm like, I don't know, man. I think it was inevitable. Like, prior to the raid happening, like the original raid that Moose got, I had always believed, and, you know, I talked constantly about, you know, things that I think are, like, ways to, you know, get popular as a streamer, and never once did I mention getting a big raid. Because, like, yeah, I've known some people that have gotten, like, very sizable raids, and from my anecdotal experience, I'm not saying that raids can't help you, especially if you're getting, like, back-to-back raids from massive streamers. Like, that could definitely make a difference. I think more so, like, I think it's less the impact of the raid itself, like, the viewers from the raid. I think the biggest impact that comes from, and you know what? Because I'm a scared little baby and I have enough money, I am just gonna go in and buy some potions. I think you can only buy red. So I'm gonna keep the green. I don't know, what do I need green for? Maybe for Ice Palace? I'm gonna buy one red, though. One red to tie me over. I can probably do blind without needing it, because I'm pretty fucking cracked at blind. But, if I need to go back to Palace of Darkness, I'll be glad I have the potion now. But yeah, I think the impact of raids is less the raid itself. I mean, you know, there can be people who follow from a raid and are actually interested in your stream. But I just, you know, I'm a stream viewer as well. Like, I don't fucking check anybody that raids lead to. I know I'm the asshole there. Like, I'm a part of the problem for sure. Oh, that's pretty juicy. I'm definitely a part of the problem, but it's like, I don't know, man. Like, I understand it. Like, you know, I am on Twitch because I'm watching the person I'm watching. Like, if I get sent to some random person I've never heard of, I'm probably not gonna give them a chance. Sorry. Like, you know, this is me talking from the standpoint of a guy who would absolutely love it if more people did that, but that just ain't me. So I completely understand that. I think the bigger benefit from raids is not the people that follow from the raid directly, but like just having viewership at all on Twitch is like a prerequisite to get viewership. And I know that sounds dumb as hell, but like that's like the simplest, truest way I can think of putting it, is like absolutely nobody checks out new streams in general, and the amount of people who check out new streams of people streaming to 0 viewers is even less so the case. Shouldn't have gone up the stairs. My bad. Forgot how to do this fast. So yeah, I don't know. To gain viewership, to see any sort of growth on Twitch, you kind of need a base point. Like it's pretty impossible to start from nothing. There's a lot working against you in that. So I think the bigger, well, maybe not unspoken, but certainly less spoken effect of a raid is not the raid itself, but just the moments after the raid. Even if you don't stream for that much longer, say you stream for like, you know, 5 hours total, but only one of those was after the raid had happened, that hour after the raid is probably more impactful towards your stream career than the 4 hours that took place before it. Not because of the raid, but because of the, you know, the number being bigger on your stream, leading to, you know, the small amount of people who would check out a random streamer picking you because you know, you have the viewership to like verify. And I feel like that is kind of like a real, you know, metric that people use, is like determining whether a streamer is worth watching based on, you know, their viewership alone, because like, you know, if other people are watching him, he must be good. So that like streams are very exponential in that sense, and you know, if you have nothing, you kind of stay at nothing, and if you have something, you tend to get more, which is, you know, unfortunate for me, but I'm still having fun streaming. I definitely want to like tone back a little bit, because there was times recently where I was like, I want to stream more. I do probably want to stream more than like once every 5 days, but maybe not much more than once every 2 days. Like once every 2 days is a decent balance for a guy, you know, streaming to on average 0 viewers. I think that's the level that I can feel like I'm not wasting my time and also still have fun with it. Because there are other things that I probably should be doing other than streaming right now. Like I need to get back on my game more. I would love to like finish the boring engine work stuff, but I just keep getting procrastinated, and I'll be real, like I've done very little engine work that I should and could get done significantly quicker. Like I get started on it, I'll implement like one thing, and I'm like, yeah, that's fucking good for today, dude. I did my work. I could certainly be doing the engine stuff much faster, which I would like to, because like I do have like genuinely good game ideas that I would like to actualize, but I don't know, I chose this route, you know. I'm satisfied doing the engine work. I knew it would be annoying. I'm kind of having fun with it though. Like it's fun to learn new things and to do a facet of game development that I've never had to do before. I'm not gonna be all like you know, it's all about the knowledge, but to a certain degree, what am I doing? I already got the heart. To a certain degree, I'm enjoying it to some degree. I'm like going back on it harder and harder, but to some degree, I'm finding some enjoyment with the engine work. That's as far as I'll go. I think the heads do 3 damage when you don't have armor, so I need to be extra careful here. Oh, they definitely do 2 damage. They definitely do 2. So I'm not risking that, dude. I'm not walking through this dungeon. I'll just get another potion on the way out if I'm so inclined to have a potion. That was really bad. His iframes fucked me turbo hard. Yeah, I thought I only got 1 hit in there, which is crazy because I swung at him about 20. Fucking Christ, that was close. Cracked it blind, by the way. Cracked it blind. Never scary. I had level 2 sword, too. Fuck, dude. Oh. I did have a reason to be here, didn't I? Like, I did get something worth value. What did I get? I got something, didn't I? I swear I got something. I got level 2 sword. I got level 2 gloves. That's it. Level 2 gloves. All right. Well, if I wanted to be like the world's biggest time waster, I guess I could do Skull Woods, a dungeon that I know is a pendant dungeon. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. That's my new catchphrase. I do be saying it very frequently. Actually, Frog Lord. Ah, fuck. You're never gonna. Can I tell you to fuck off? I don't think I can. I think I'm stuck with Frog Lord now that I have him. Right? Like, he doesn't leave when I go into buildings. No, dude. Okay. Well, I kind of fucked myself. It's been so long since I've done this without mirror. I forgot you need to do shovel game before picking up the frog. That's fine. Let me think of what other mundane bullshit I can do in this rando. Fuck. Skull Woods is like literally the only dungeon I can do right now. That's absurd. Oh, I never clicked that I got hookshot. There you go. Now I can do something. I can do Tower of Hera. Let's do that. Let's do that. Every time I hit Sanctuary, I want to sing my Sanctuary, but I fucking can't sing with noise-canceling headphones. Oh, this freak is still following me. God damn it, I forgot that's how it works. I mean, I knew that's how it works when I was doing it, but, like, I don't want it to work that way now that it's actually happening. Oh, man. But, yeah, I guess what I'm trying to say there is I expected raids to not hold any sort of permanent real gain. But, yeah, it was fun while it happened. You know, there are some people who have followed me that have stuck around, so that's cool. But I definitely expected it to go back to normal at some point. What the fuck, dude? What the fuck? That's a pretty big item. You need it for Turtle Rock. You need it for Misery Mire. Makes Ice Palace way less of a pain in the ass, which I can now do. Why can I now do? I guess no, because of level 2 gloves. I was like, why can I only now do Ice Palace? Level 2 gloves. Speaking of Ice Palace, one of the randomizers I did off stream with my girlfriend. We were racing it first, but then she got stuck in one of the dungeons she didn't know how to do and was like, I'm out of this. So she just watched me do the rest of it. Where am I going? It's been so fucking long since I've gone up Death Mountain normally. Holy shit. In all of the randos we've done off stream, we've just gotten flute. But, yeah, so she was watching me, and I was also trying to help her out with dungeons because she never learned the dungeons too well to begin with, and it's also been like months since we did randos. So I was showing her how to do Ice Palace, and I got an item that I needed to, like, you know, complete the game. And I knew that Ice Palace was a pendant dungeon, but I had just forgotten. I was, like, so absorbed into, like, showing her how to do the dungeon that I forgot I didn't need to do Ice Palace. So I just did the entirety of Ice Palace, despite, like, one of the very first checks giving me the only item I was missing. Well, one of the only items I was missing, to be clear, because it does make sense. It's required to know that for the rest of the story. I was like, why the fuck did I do Ice Palace? I knew it was Green Pendant, not from a map. Dude, I'm so bad at this. Not from a map, but from talking to Sahasrara, it was the Green Pendant. So I knew there was no reason to be there. Wait, oh, I need to go the other side of the mountain anyways. Well, I could just check these off because I don't care about getting an extra bottle. That's fine. Oh, and I did Old Man check also. Where did I... What am I saying in the story? So I did Ice Palace to completion. Didn't need to. And then I was like, just for fun, I'm going to check the Green Pendant check because, you know, I got it, so why not? Even though I had, like, way better things that I could be checking for, you know, quick checks, you know, randomizer style. You typically want to focus on the areas with, like, the densest amount of checks, so you do things fast. But I was like, I'll go out of my way to check Green Pendant check, right? Just because it's funny that I did Ice Palace for no reason. And then, wouldn't you know it, Green Pendant ended up being light arrows, which is, like, literally the only other item I needed. So just by that fucking one-off random check that I just kind of did by accident, I ended up entering go mode, as they call it. It was kind of funny. Kind of a funny, quirky little story. We like to have fun here. For real, though, like, some of my best streams are streams that I do offline. Like, whenever I'm sharing screen with my girlfriend, those are the real greatest streams of all time. I bring my A game to those. I'm fucking washed up on my actual stream. Where's my mouse cursor? There we go. Fucking washed up streamer. But, like, you don't get to experience the, like, the awful Final Fantasy VI voice acting I do. Like, I go all in, dude. I got a unique voice for every single character. It has been a little bit since we played Final Fantasy VI, so I'm not sure if I could even remember the voices I have for each character. Like, that's the kind of thing that I need to be in the moment for. As soon as I, like, even, like, the second day we played the game, even though it had only been one day since we did it, I forgot the voices I had given people and had to make new ones. Alright, well, that's a waste of time. But yeah, you don't get my cringe voice acting. I'm sure at some point I'll do a stream where I force myself to do cringe voice acting, but I, you know, it takes a special sort of game to get me in the mood to be cringy. That's not true. I'm cringy all the time on accident. I'm trying to save face here. Alright, I'll take Blue Boo. I'll take it. The last rando I did, I randomed into Glove. I forget, it's like Glove Armor Link or something is the name of it. Very, very strange skin in which your armor color, like your tunic color, is the color of your gloves. So, you know, it goes from no glove to level 1 glove to level 2 glove, depending on it. You know, there's so many things that I feel like Rando could do that it doesn't. Also, I might as well get this while I'm in the area and see what I need for it. Oh, wait. Nope. I almost fucked myself. I don't have mirror. I would have had to save and quit and go all the way up Death Mountain again. No, thank you. Me? Aw, fuck off, dude. I actually hate these guys. But, what was I saying? I lost the plot. Yeah, I had glove armor. I feel like a lot of things could be more interesting with the way... Like, while I don't think the Wind Waker is that good of a randomizer, the Wind Waker skin game is, like, out of control, dude. Like, the custom modeling you can do and everything is significantly sicker than anything you can do in this. I would love to see, you know, custom hook shots, custom bombs, depending on what skin you do. There could be a lot more. Like, all you do is change the sprite sheet, I'm pretty sure. I don't even think it's that much more effort, but I just don't think they have it set up to do that. So they don't. I just recently, like, while selecting random, I just noticed that, they allow custom, which, previously they didn't. Of course, you have to go all the way through the dungeon to get the small key. I just saw that they allow custom skins, which previously they didn't. So that's cool. You know, that's a step in the right direction. But it is... Oh, I forgot you have to kill things here. It is, It's weird that they haven't branched out into more of the Wind Waker style of skins. Because, I mean, yeah, I mean, if you're going through, like, Wind Waker, you have to go through all of the effort of, like, hooking up and rigging models. Like, that's hell. For this, you would just have to change, like, a few sprites in a sprite sheet. You could have, like, unique shields, unique swords, and roll with it, but whatever. Anyways, no one cares about that. Glove skin was, like, one of the only skins I've seen that actually does something interesting, though. Why didn't I have the hook shot. I'm dumb. I forgot I don't need to fall here, but whatever. I'm already here, so... Oh, you need to press that star. I got stuck on this last night. I forgot that, you can't blame me too much. I forgot that the star, like, button switch state is different than, like, the red and blue switch state. And that it you know, changes depending on the level that you're on. Like, red and blue is a global switch for the whole dungeon, whereas you can see the star switch just reset itself by me entering the new floor. Anyways, that's not interesting. I'm gonna finish the statement on the glove skin, I swear. I thought it was cute that not only did they have the... Ooh, careful, careful. Not only did they have the armor change based on your glove, they also made it so your gloves change based on your armor, which is a cute touch. And also, like I said, or was trying to say, it's like the only example of, or one of the only examples, the only example I've seen of a Link to the Past skin doing something different other than just being, you know, a different swap palette, or swap skin, and swapping the palette for, different armor tiers. That's what the majority of them are. I can't believe it took them as long as it did for them to open it up to anybody being able to make their custom skins. Like, that just seems like, you know, that just seems like basic beginner people would probably want this, and we have the implementation for it, so why don't we allow it kind of thing. Like, they already, you know, need you to... I mean, am I breaking laws by mentioning this? They already need you to upload a, you know, legal verified copy of the game to allow you to download randomizers. Legal. So if they already have the upload functionality, if they know, you know, how to make websites to that degree, I can't imagine it must have taken much more work to just allow people to upload custom sprite sheets for their skins. But anyways, it's not that relevant. You know, I'm just glad they got there eventually, I guess, is where I want to land on that. I guess that's where I want to land. They found their way to the right side of history. Alright, now I guess I'll do Dark World Mountain and find out... Ooh, yeah, that makes sense. And find out what Turtle Rock requires. I don't have any of the magic spells. I am definitively not a wizard. Hate to see it. I fucking... I hate not having a mirror. Everything is just like, I don't know. It's just like you're walking a minefield when you don't have a mirror. You just forget about how annoying it is until you try and play without the mirror. Mirror is normally, well, maybe not normally, but it's usually something you get before doing Dark World stuff. And I've already completed 1.5 Dark World dungeons, and I where's my mirror, Drake? Where is my mirror? Wait, what am I... No, this is right. Wait, this isn't... Oh, it is. It is, hammered. Dude, I can't fucking remember anything about this game. I'm going back and forth between being like, I'm cracked as hell, dude. I know everything about Link to the Past randomizer, and oh yeah, I forget everything, and I don't know what I'm doing here. I consistently forget the order that you hammer these things in. Like, I don't know, like, you just go counterclockwise. I don't know why that's so tough for me to remember. Alright, it is Squiggly Turtle Rock. Noted. I'll keep that in mind. Hey, I can do this. I had to, I wasn't aware that the ledge that you can bonk to was in logic. I, for the first time last night, had to bonk to that chest that I just picked up. It's weird that that is in logic, because that's absolutely not something you would do through normal gameplay. Like, yeah, technically it's not a bug, but it's also, I don't know, I wouldn't have included that in logic. It seems weird. Can I... You can't go backwards through this, can you? You can't do Super Bunny Cave backwards? Surely not, right? Surely? I think you could if you had mirror. But then I wouldn't be in this position if I didn't have... Or if I had mirror. Oh, no, wait. No, I can totally do this backwards. What the fuck am I on about? Oh my god. Hot, hot sword, fresh out the oven. Let's go. Bread Smiths baked me a hot one. Oh, man. My girlfriend, I feel like I let her down the other day. She tried to... I don't even remember the context of it, but for some ungodly reason, I mentioned making bread. And she referenced it to Link to the Past, and I had no fucking clue what she was talking about. But, I probably should have gotten that reference. Am I hearing Dog Toy again? This sounds like Dog Toy that I'm listening to. This is the miserable check, right? Yeah, I might as well do this while I'm here. I'm gonna have to save and quit anyways, so I might as well do the check that typically forces you to save and quit. Right? That makes sense. That adds up. Oh, fuck. I might have to do green potion. I am gonna have to do green potion. Fine. I don't know. I'll try... Well, I already wasted it at this point. Oh, you can totally pick it up. I, for some reason, thought you would get stun locked and wouldn't be able to pick that up. Unless you were invincible. My bad. Didn't need to use green potion. Actually just chugged it for no goddamn reason. Alright, what am I doing? I don't want to do Aghanim, but I'm just like... I fucking know I'm gonna have to, right? I think do I, like, definitively have to at this point? I think I might literally have to. Thieves Town is pendant. Yeah, I don't know. I can't really remember what dungeons require mirror. Well, let's see. Best case scenario, Palace of Darkness, Ice Palace, Misery Mire, Turtle Rock, Desert Palace. I guess I could. Theoretically, if I got absolutely perfect luck. And those were the dungeons I had to do. I guess I could do it without the mirror. I'm gonna keep trying, even though, like, it's kind of miserable doing this without mirror. Oh, fuck, I forgot to buy a red potion again in Dark World. God damn it. Okay, I'm gonna do Ice Palace. I don't want to... I'm scared. I don't want to go back. I do have a lot more HP than I used to, and I have level 3 sword. I probably could do Palace of Darkness safely now, but... I don't know. I'm a baby. I'm a little wow-wow-woo-woo baby. I basically just, like... Going back to Palace of Darkness is re-acknowledging my defeat. Like, I know I died. You know, no one has to rub it in. I might as well do the overworld checks while I'm in the area, you know? These are the checks that I sometimes decide on doing fake flippers. I don't know why I didn't decide on doing fake flippers this time around. I typically do, because it's, I don't know, it's just fun. I think I just, like, I'm remembering my old muscle memory of save and quitting as soon as Ice Rod Palace, Ice Rod Cave, whatever it's called. But it's probably a better idea to go back and do fake flippers if you know how. I think, am I wrong in assuming that in vanilla. That's a weird way of calling it, but in vanilla, I like the water sprite. The swimming sprite is really nice. It's well done in this. In vanilla Link to the Past, if you take damage while doing fake flippers, doesn't it just, like, soft lock your game? Because that happened to me the other day and I died. And I was expecting to soft lock, because I'm pretty sure it's supposed to soft lock you, but I think in Rando they patched it so that it kills you instead. Which is, you know, it's better for me. Also, hey, there you go. Look at this. Look at this. This wasn't a complete waste of time, as I'd waste even more time doing the absolute worst swimming, trying to check things off on my tracker. Yeah, that's a third potion, too. I will never receive the fourth potion. Because, you saw it. We all saw it. I'm not fucking going back for that. Especially because that means I would need to do Aghanim. I'm not fucking doing Aghanim. Or wait, was the potion the one on the inside? Or I don't fucking care to remember. I don't fucking care. I'm the bad boy of the industry. I'm the bad boy of Twitch. No one talks about that enough. The fact that that is me and I am him and I'm the bad boy of Twitch. No one mentions that anymore. Sad, but true. All right, I'm saving and quitting again because I think it's faster than walking back. But now I'm gonna be at low HP. I had so much HP, dude. Look at that. What a travesty. What a travesty. But this is going well, you know? This is, you can tell I've run out of things to say with an awkward pause going into a mundane statement that means nothing. Oh, what an empty statement. Things are going well. It's going well, though. All things considered. You got like an hour 23 on the clock, and that includes a lot of start menu time as well. I'm gonna buy some upgrades. I don't know why. I have full bombs and arrows. I just like buying them when I do Ice Palace because, like, Ice Palace is completely miserable if you run out of bombs. Not that I suspect that I'm going to run out of bombs, but, like, better safe than sorry, I guess. I typically did run out of bombs pretty frequently in Ice Palace just by being bad. I'm really glad I got blue potion, by the way. Oh, fuck, when I was in... I'm dumb. And I'm dumb again, because I forget to get the key every time. Oh, that's not the key one. That one? There you go. I'm extra dumb. When I was in, Waterfall, I should have asked the fairy for potions. I forgot she does that. But I am glad I got the blue potion, because... without half magic and bombos, it takes a full bar of mana, to start the boss fight in Ice Palace, which is just one of those, like, wonderful things of the world. Like, how did they come to that decision when designing the game? Okay, I'm gonna die to penguins, I guess, because I'm very good at the game. How did they come to the decision to make it so it takes a full bar of magic? It's one of those bewildering ones. Kind of like, not quite as bewildering as, the fact that late game bosses have armor against level 1 sword, but, still bewildering, the fact that it takes a full magic bar. Like, that's harmful to casual players, too. Like, even if you're playing the game vanilla, normal, for the first time ever. Like, that's just aggressive. Oh, okay, I guess my blue and red jellyfish are just the same damn color. I didn't know that was possible with swapped palettes, but I guess it's funny. I guess it's funny. I'm gonna pick up that heart because I'm not doing so hot. Ooh, I'm gonna pick up that fairy because it's just a better heart. I'm excited for what I'm gonna play after, yeah, see, those are blue. They're the exact same color as the red ones. I'm excited for Slice and Dice. Look, I'll be real. I am, like, maybe the most pessimistic. I'm one of the angriest video game nerds out there. I am, like, very pessimistic towards playing new games, though, and especially new roguelikes, because, like, I find that I despite really enjoying roguelikes, I find that I kind of hate what's become of roguelikes. You know, more or less entirely as a result of Rogue Legacy. Like, I feel like Rogue Legacy was like a fun novelty at the time, but it kind of poisoned the well for new roguelikes. I think that roguelikes where you get not unlocks, like, unlocks are fine. Like, you know, I don't particularly like Isaac, but I'm not gonna hate on Isaac for having, like, 10,000 unlocks. That's not a problem. When, well, you could make a case for the Holy Mantle on Lost unlock being a bit of a problem. There's plenty to hate Isaac for, but regardless, unlocking variety in content, well, you could also, hey, Bombos. So I don't need to worry about magic anymore. You could definitely make the argument that, as a result of the way Isaac does it, the more items you unlock, the worse of a gameplay experience you have. Because there are a lot of, like, unlocked items that are complete dog shit and just make your game worse by having them in the item pool. Isaac's Heart, I think, is an unlockable, isn't it? And that is just an awful item that there's, like, no benefit to it. Like, yeah, okay, cool, if you have, like, a razor blade or, like, what is it, the one that you damage yourself? There's, like, 12 different razor blade items. Whatever the razor blade that damages you to increase your damage or damages you to damage all the enemies in the room, yeah, you can spam the shit out of that and maybe win the game, but you're probably just going to take damage randomly from like 80 different sources that you can't see because, you know, your hitbox is like a mile behind you. I know they fixed it so that Isaac's Heart is... How the fuck did I get on the topic of talking about Isaac? I'm not talking about Isaac anymore. Point is, unlocking variety is usually, like, fine. No problems. I love the way, in particular, that Monolith did it. Dude, I love Monolith. I need to play that game more, but I'm bad at it now. It's one of those games that... There's not many games like this, but... It is one of those games that taking a break from it, you lose everything. Like, I took, a few month break off of Monolith waiting for the DLC to come out, and then the DLC came out, and I was like, oh, shit. How the fuck did I ever beat this game, like, in under 20 minutes without getting hit? Like, the achievements that I got in that game are absurd to me. Like, I do not know how I did them. Like, previous me was, like, an insurmountable level of cracked at Monolith. And I can't get that skill back, man. It's all gone. I mean, it'll probably come back with time, but I just, you know. It's frustrating to play a game you used to be good at, I guess, is the best way of putting it. But Monolith is great in the way that it does variety, and, see ya, Ice Palace. Wouldn't want to be ya. Scammed. Yeah, what am I talking about? Who the fuck am I? Monolith's variety is great because when you unlock new weapon types or anything, when you unlock anything in the shop, you can just decide to toggle it off. Because, like, yeah, you know, technically, if you're playing... Like, it bugs me, I guess, to put it in better words, to put it in more concise words. It bugs me that in Isaac, like, it is a valid strategy to avoid unlocking certain things. Like, the challenges in particular, like, there's a lot of challenges that unlock runes, which is, like, a type of consumable, that a lot of them have very powerful effects, and a lot of them are pretty middling. But it's very strange to me that, like, it's a genuine strategy to if you're, like, starting fresh from a new save file, only unlock, like, the 2 really good runes, or maybe even just the 1. Like, you could maybe just unlock the one that doubles consumables on the ground for, like, chest purposes, although that's, I don't know. The reroll is probably more universally useful. Whatever the case is, you can choose to only unlock one of those, two of those, however many you want. And there's a separate item in the game called the rune bag. Oh yeah, I don't have a fucking... Wait, what did I get there? Did I get a crystal? I must have. I did. I did. I must have. I did. I did. I did. Okay. Yeah, there's an item you can unlock called the rune bag, which periodically, like every 4 rooms or whatever, it spits a rune at you. It's always bugged me that, the rune bag is like an objectively better item if you don't unlock everything in the game. Is it still variety if 50 other people are also streaming the game at the same time? Yeah, because it's not me playing The Hobbit for like the 1000th time over. It is variety for me. Look, like I've got my own problems to deal with. I'm not trying to tackle the issue of variety on twitch.tv. I think, variety on twitch.tv is only solved by one of the biggest streamers on the platform getting banned for doing the thing that all of the popular streamers were doing, thus making it so that thousands of people come to a realization that, hey, maybe we shouldn't be live streaming TV shows. Like, maybe, I don't know, maybe we shouldn't broadcast digital media that you normally have to pay for or have a subscription fee for. Maybe that wasn't the smartest idea. But, I don't know. I'm not going to get into that whole drama. I'm not going to get into the whole, all you have to do to get popular on Twitch is get banned, and then you'll come back 1,000-fold. I could say some things, but I won't. This is my way of saying things, by saying I'm not going to say things. Anyways, what am I fucking doing now, actually? Wait, what am I doing? What am I doing? I have no checks left to do. Dude, okay. I'm gonna, because I went to Dark World for literally no reason, I guess I'm going to do the tiny amount of Dark World overworld checks I have. Oh, I can do the hammer check. No, sadly, you might get into slight trouble for streaming the new Matrix live on Twitch. But, anyways, what the fuck was I talking about? You got me all distracted, dude. You got me all flustered. Is this the kind of attitude you want to bring to a stream, Estacako? You haven't showed up in my chat in months, and then you go and sour the whole experience. Ruined. Oh, I actually don't fucking remember what I was talking about. I think I was talking about some dumb shit that no one cares about. That sounds familiar. Yeah, fuck, dude. Let me think. There is a lot of meat on the bone to whatever I was talking about. I had a whole fucking string of conversation lined up. Like, that was the next hour of my stream that you've sabotaged. I fucking... You haven't exactly streamed a ton lately? That's fair. Hey, I streamed more frequently than I used to. At least I'm not taking a 6-month break in between streams. Oh, I don't have enough money for this? What the fuck, dude? They should just let me in. Do they know who I am? They should just let me in for this kind of thing. Am I gonna do the arrow minigame to get money? Probably not recommended. Dude, if only I picked up that one... Oh, I don't even think I skipped a red rupee. I was gonna make a joke about the one red rupee I probably skipped a handful of red rupees. Who am I kidding? Oh, I do have shovel, don't I? I forgot to check out shovel. I did get shovel, somehow. Who knows where I got that check, but I did get shovel. And I did just do hammer. Okay. You can tell you pay attention because you noticed my absence. Well, you know, props for that, I guess. Props for keeping your eye out on me. I don't know. I always kind of wonder because, like, you know, I'm in, like, a lot of people's follower list. Like, 100, what is it, 141? It's not, like, a ton as far as the scope of Twitch goes. But I do kind of wonder about, like, I feel like there's so many people that used to stop in my stream, like, every single time I streamed, that I just haven't heard of in, you know, like, a year and a half at this point. Like, there's plenty of people that used to watch me regularly that I wonder what they think when they see me in their follow list. Because I do that. I do that to people that I've followed. I'm like, huh. I wonder what's going on there. But I never have an interest enough to actually check it out. Okay, I guess I'm just out of here, dude. That was like the biggest time waste I think I've done yet. The biggest time waste ever? Question mark, question mark, question mark, red circle in the thumbnail. I guess technically I don't have to do Mirror yet. I can do Turtle Rock. God, this is the worst seed. Like, I think this is maybe objectively the worst seed because I refuse to do Aghanim. I don't know. I definitely do notice, like, you know, a lot of the people that I used to stream with don't stream at all anymore, which is, like, fair. Like, streaming it's fucking awful, dude. Streaming sucks. For, like, a number of reasons, streaming is, like, the worst thing to get into. Like, if you have a good mental state, like, stay the fuck away from streaming, because it'll fuck you right up. You'll be insufferable. There you go. He got it. He got it. It only took me 5 tries to save, like, I don't know, 0.2 seconds by going slightly faster than you're supposed to. I never get those first try anymore. I can't remember if it's you have to let go of the button on the same frame you press the button, or if you have to press it 1 frame after. Who knows? But yeah, streaming is abysmal. Definitely avoid at all costs. It can really depend. Well, yeah, I don't know. Like, sure, it can definitely change if you started out streaming to, like, hundreds of viewers because you pivoted from, like, I don't know, a popular OnlyFans. But, unless you are bringing in viewership from other sources than Twitch, Twitch is just kind of like a miserable time. Like, I don't know, no matter how strong-willed of an individual you are, I feel like it's impossible to avoid, like, the, you know, just the mental ups and downs that come with streaming to, like, 0 viewers forever. I don't know, I don't find speedrunning, like, I get the joke, because, like, yeah, fucking, sure, like, yeah. You know, you can certainly get too into speedrunning, but, like, I, as someone who has always taken speedrunning casually, and, like, never really cared about having a good time. Well, okay, let me rephrase that. A good speed time. I have a good time, like, enjoyment-wise, by not caring about my speed time. But, I find just streaming in general to be, like, infinitely more detrimental to mental health than speedrunning. I don't know. Depends on, like, I guess if you're known for speedrunning, and, like, I can certainly, but that's just kind of like a thing with Twitch in general. Why do I always shoot that eye? It's just a thing with Twitch in general, is, I feel like it sucks to be known for one thing, regardless of what that one thing is. So if you're known for speedrunning, like, especially if you're not really known for commentary, and, like, you feel like there's a pressure to be good at the speedrun, otherwise, like, why are people watching? Then yeah, sure, that can definitely introduce, like, a new level of fucking your mental state up than just streaming normally, but I feel like that just ties back into, it's, like, more a streaming thing than a speedrunning thing at the end of the day. I don't know. I don't know that many people who are that, like, mentally attached to getting a great time in a game. Like, you definitely see people get into a game, like fucking Moose and Hark, for example, when they took over The Hobbit. Like, they were in it for a while. Moose was going, like, every day after, like, that huge raid he had. But, ooh, he's running at me. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how attached to their times they actually are. I guess I could just ask them, right? But, I don't know. Then I have to, like, talk to people, and that's, like, a whole other can of worms. I should probably use my level 4 sword, huh? That might be beneficial to me. Alright, so Palace of Darkness completed. I feel like, I don't know. I understand just the relation to it being self-employed in general, but, like, for one, the majority of streamers who, like, are probably going to be most impacted by mental problems relating to streaming are people who can't do it as a career to begin with. Like, I think the biggest, like, mental killer is the fact that, like, it's hard to break away viewership from how well you're doing or, like, how good of a stream you put on. And, ooh, I guess I'll go to Mountain Cave. It's hard to break that away from, like, holding yourself personally accountable for things, like, never improving, or even if they, like, go down. So, yeah, I don't know. I feel like a lot of the stress part of it and, like, wondering why you're doing this shit to begin with, goes away when, like, you're streaming to, you know, hundreds on average. What am I doing here? Oh, I guess I have to go... Yeah, I have to go long way, huh? Don't have mirror. Got a raid of 50 people and then never streamed again? Let's go, dude! Those are the strats. Those are the strats right there. But yeah, I don't know. If streaming is your job, like, I'm not gonna say you can't get stressed about it and the mental problems just melt away. But I feel like it's, you know, oh, what am I doing? Fuck. No, wait. I already opened it. I already opened it. Wait. No, I didn't already open it. Fucking Christ, dude. I'm so brain dead. I see Dark World entrance. I go in. I constantly am living a lie, telling myself that I have mirror. I don't have mirror. I'm choosing to live this miserable life. But I still think it would be funny to do a seed without mirror. All right, let's start by not going the long route. Like, there is no reason for me to go to top a mountain to begin with. But I'm just dumb. I'm just dumb. I'm gonna have to fucking, like, look back at my VOD and find out whatever the topic of discussion... no, hey, I remembered it. I remembered what I was originally talking about before I got sidetracked by all this streamer bullshit again. I feel like streamer discourse is also, like, the most interesting thing to hear about from a viewership perspective, because, like, nobody fucking cares about, you know, the ins and outs of streaming and what it does to your psyche. All I can do to the common folk of the world is say, if you know, I mean, honestly, just in general, probably just shouldn't start streaming, even if you, especially, honestly, if you think, like, if you've got the ego about it and you think that you would be a really good streamer, streaming is probably the worst thing you can do. Because it has, like, very little to do with your actual ability. There's a lot of randomness involved. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. There's a lot of randomness involved. You can be, like, literally the best performing, most consistent, most funny, most entertaining streamer on the platform and go unnoticed. Speaking from experience. But, okay, I'm gonna pivot to the other thing I was gonna talk about. Or in the midst of talking about, which is, yeah, in general, I think I'm supposed to go this way first, by the way. I always do this dungeon wrong. In general, there's never a problem, rarely, I mean, depending on how you do it. There can be a problem with variety. Like I said, I think that Isaac is, like, honestly a worse game when you unlock everything the game has to offer. Because there's just so many items that are not only, like, they don't do anything, but they're just objectively bad items and will, like, ruin a run. So, like, the less you have to be afraid of Curse of the Blind or whatever makes item pedestals random, the better your gameplay experience is, because honestly, like, all of the curses are also fucking dog shit, and there's a lot of things I don't like about The Binding of Isaac, sorry, but I think it's a good example to draw between... In general, I think that unlocking variety is fine, and I have no problem with it. Whereas I have, like, a large problem with unlocking permanent upgrades. I was gonna say Darkest Dungeon style. I think Darkest Dungeon definitely has a little bit of grind, but I was trying to say Rogue Legacy style. Dude, I fucking hate not having the mirror so much. Have I mentioned that? Have I mentioned that I hate not having the mirror yet? It's been on my mind. So yeah, in general, don't have a problem with unlocking variety, but Rogue Legacy, like, seriously poisoned the well of roguelikes. What the fuck? I was not holding down even remotely. This is what I get for using an analog stick on a D-pad game. And also, like, an analog stick on a kind of busted controller that doesn't have its dead zones set, you know, where you would want them to be. But I saw a game recently. I mean, Dead Cells is, like, one of the best examples of, like, a popular-ish new roguelike that I just can't get into at all. Like, I don't understand the enjoyment to Dead Cells in the slightest, because, like, there's... Whoa, was I supposed to hit that switch? I don't know. Yeah, I know, analog stick, ew. It is pretty fucking filthy, but this is the life I've chosen, because the D-pad on this controller is also an analog stick. Like, Xbox 360 D-pads are pretty bad in general, but especially on this bootleg one, it is literally just an analog stick with a D-pad face cover. So yeah, Dead Cells, can't stand it. Like, the game, I'm not gonna say the game is unbeatable, because then, yeah, I'll get linked, like, a ton of videos of, like, oh, well, look, this guy fucking beat it without getting any of the permanent upgrades. So, like, maybe your problem is that you're just bad at the game. Have you ever considered that? Like, you know, I probably am pretty bad at Dead Cells, but at the same time, that doesn't mean I need to enjoy the way it's designed. I'm gonna use my blue potion, by the way, because I don't want to do the start of the dungeon over again. Not that I have to do that much, it's just kind of annoying, you know? Like, just the way those games are designed leads to, like, a really gross difficulty curve, and where, in general, the hardest the game will ever be is right at the start. And that's just so fucking insane and backwards. Nice bunny. I just find it unenjoyable. Like, the more I play the game, the fact that it gets easier and easier, and I just feel like it ends up being a grind to get to the end. You shouldn't have to be a pro to beat a game. That's like, I'm not sure what you're talking in reference to, whether you're disagreeing with me or not, but, like, that is a common... that is a common complaint wagered against, like, my side of the argument, where, oh, I can't even do the mimic room. A lot of times people will say, like, well, I like getting the permanent upgrades because, like, I'm not, you know, I'm not good at these games generally, but the permanent upgrades make it so that if I keep playing it long enough, like, eventually the game just wins for me. I don't know. To me, I think that that's, like, an entirely separate tangent that just kind of misses the point of why it's not enjoyable. Like, those people that are, you know, living that experience of grinding the game out to the point that they have enough upgrades to beat the game are living the same experience that I... Oh, I forgot you can't grapple through those. Nice. Just in time. Are living the same experience. That's actually pretty fucking clutch, because well, I don't know, I've got level 4 sword. I probably wouldn't need that much magic for the boss fight. It's still nice. They're playing the same experience, but looking at it from a different perspective. So maybe it is just a perspective issue, and I'm supposed to, you know... maybe it's a problem with me, less so than it's a problem with the game design. But, like, even the people who enjoy that kind of design... Did I press the button? I'm gonna be really upset if I go to the door and it's not open. I also kind of forget how to do this. Oh, no. No. Oh, he fucking remembered. Holy shit. I'm cracked. You meant in reference to beating without the upgrades? Yeah, no. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's kind of a dumb comparison to like, showcase somebody, like, literally the best player of the game of all time, beating it without any upgrades and being like, it's possible. Like, yeah, fucking no shit. I knew it was possible. That's not the point I'm trying to make. Like, you can beat fucking Dark Souls with your fists if you want to, but, like, you are intentionally making the game harder on yourself. And that's not the way the game... That's not the way the game's design is... I guess, expected to be played, is maybe the best way I can phrase it. I'm gonna take a death here because I don't want to go through the entire dungeon over again. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just weird that those people who enjoy that aspect of it, that they can just play it long enough and eventually the game kind of wins itself, are missing, like, the side of it that, do you really find those first, like, handful of however many hours you're playing this game enjoyable? Like, are you really having a good time playing the game from the perspective of someone who's self-admitting, they're self-reporting here, saying that they like the upgrade system because they're not good enough to beat the game without the upgrade system, which is an empty statement because, like, in pretty much all cases, almost nobody is good enough to beat that style of game without the upgrades. But anyways, they're equating their enjoyment of it to the end result, that they can beat it. Which, for one, I think takes a lot away from themselves. Like, I'm sure that if they had that same experience playing, like, Spelunky, for example, which, you know, you can unlock shortcuts for, which help you practice the... Wait, which one is... This is the fire one, isn't it? No? This is the ice one? I'm lost. It gives you, like, almost nothing in terms of, like, actual benefit by playing the game more and more, other than your own experiences. And Spelunky is fucking... I always go for the ice one first. God damn it. Why didn't I go for the ice one first? It's so annoying to kill this guy with the floor iced up. Never mind, it's actually easy and not a problem. Yeah, I feel like people who act like that are taking away from themselves by saying that, like, they couldn't beat a roguelike without needing the introduction of permanent upgrades. But also, like, I feel like they're missing the point in that if they're self-reporting that they couldn't beat the game normally, then why are they okay with spending, like, you know, at sometimes, depending on how grindy the game is, like hundreds of hours to get to the point where they could beat the game? And in most cases, it's not that absurd. Like, you don't really need that much as far as permanent upgrades and dead cells to beat the game, but, like, the game doesn't even give you a healing potion at first, and, like, yeah, I don't know, that's like a non-starter for me, is not even being able to fucking heal. Alright, so I have to do Aghanim, whatever. We knew this day would come. I could do some of the random bullshit, like I could do Skull Woods or whatever, but if I'm gonna be wasting my time, I might as well be wasting my time in a way that I know is gonna be helpful. So fine, I'll do Aghanim. God damn it. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like people are, maybe it is a more enjoyable experience for them just because, and I'm not trying to say, like, you can't enjoy these games if you enjoy these games. It's just, I think that a lot of people who say they can't enjoy the other kinds of roguelikes, are selling themselves short most of the time. I feel like if they're willing to spend, you know, that much time grinding for some of these games, then, you know, if they looked at more traditional, not traditional roguelikes, not turn-based traditional, but if they looked at, you know, more roguelikey roguelikes where you'd actually gain, like, no permanent benefits on each run, they could, you know, they could probably beat those just as easily with that amount of time sunk into it. But I understand that, like, at the end of the day, it is just a perspective thing, and the reason they find it more enjoyable is probably just because, like, when you lose in, like, one of those grindier roguelikes, at the very least, you know that, like, you have made progress. Like, that time was not wasted. You've gotten, like, a permanent benefit, or at least worked your way towards a permanent benefit. That'll help you in the long run. So I understand that, you know, it might feel better, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't know. Maybe it's just because I just don't mind losing in video games, and, like, when I die in, like, Spelunky, I'm not like, this game is fucking bullshit, why can't I, you know, constantly grind for hundreds of hours until I have, like, infinite HP and nothing is challenging. Well, I mean, Spelunky kind of Spelunky is always going to be challenging, even if you have infinite HP, because of spikes, and Spelunky's a great game, by the way, I love it. Point is, I feel like, I don't know, if people just looked at it from the perspective of, like, grinding personal skill, but I mean, I know that people have their own stance on that in general, and, you know, there are a lot of people who think that, like, getting good at a video game is a complete waste of time, which is fair, because it is. But, I mean, if you enjoy that kind of game, like, there are fucking motherfuckers out there that are like, I love the Dark Souls games. They're, like, one of my favorite games. They're beautiful masterpieces. And then those same motherfuckers will be like, I can't stand Spelunky because I died too hard. Like, I don't like being at fucking 20 HP and dying to one-hit kill spikes. It's the same thing, but I guess the difference in Dark Souls is that Dark Souls doesn't set you all the way back to the beginning of the game when you die. There is, I mean, I guess Dark Souls could be equated to, like, a grindier roguelike in that way, where, yeah, I mean, literally, there are stats. If you wanted to, you could grind in Dark Souls. Dark Side Phil style. But, also, not everything is lost when you die, which is fair. Maybe it's not the fairest comparison. Maybe I shouldn't be like every media outlet in existence and compare every single video game to Dark Souls, but I did. You still go back and play FTL. FTL is great. You play through the other game that company made. I love Into the Breach, but it's like maybe one of the most well-designed games that I just can't have fun playing anymore. I don't know what it is about Into the Breach. It's, like, incredibly solidly designed. I got nearly every achievement in the game. But I don't know. I just, like, once I got every achievement and, like, you know, maxed out... Well, I guess you get, like, achievements per squad, right? Once I got every achievement for every squad, I was like, I don't know, I just don't see the point in playing it anymore. Like, it's still a well-designed game. Probably better designed than FTL. But for some reason, and I don't even like playing FTL that much, I think, I don't know, FTL is good, it's just, there are some things that bug me about it. It's a little too slowly paced, and I feel like there's not as much variety in between runs as I would like, which is honestly probably my biggest complaint with Into the Breach, is it is very samey every single time. It's not rando enough. Yeah, exactly my point. We came to the same conclusion. I know, I don't know, it bugs me that, like, that has become what people see roguelikes as by default. That, you know, some people will look at something like Spelunky and say, that's not a roguelike because it doesn't have permanent upgrades. And I'm like, what kind of fucking backwards-ass world do you live in? Oh, man, I guess, I don't know. I really do think that Rogue Legacy, despite being like a solid-ish game on its own, really, really poisoned the well. So it takes a lot for me to be excited about a new roguelike, because I have no idea what to expect, and there's a lot of precedents that have been set in the more recent years that I don't really like out of roguelikes. But anyways, to get to the original point I was trying to make, Slice and Dice, which is the game I'm going to be playing immediately after I finish this rando, is a very, very good game. Just incredibly well-designed roguelike that I'm excited to showcase. Okay, so what am I doing? I'm going to get the mirror. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to go and get the fucking mirror in the Lumberjacks. Why are you saying... Check it off. What am I... I did Aghanim. There you go. Check it off. There you go. Get off of my screen. It used to be at one point, if it had random map generation, it was roguelike. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah. I don't know. That's just kind of standard. Random generation is taking over the market. Handcrafted, delicately designed worlds are old school, Grandpa. If your game doesn't have infinite replay value, then how can you expect me to spend $5 on it in current market? It's hard to get people into new games. Me, especially. XCOM is a good roguelike / light. That's, you know, I can see the comparison. But, I don't know, if you're going to call that a roguelike, God, No, I won't. I won't. I assume you're saying that tongue-in-cheek to begin with, but I can't even meet you halfway there. I can't. It is a good game, though. I do like the modern XCOMs. Weren't they making a new one? And then I don't know what the fuck happened to it. I feel like there was, like, some talk about them making... I don't even know if it was tied to the XCOM name, but they were making some tactics game, and it, who knows what happened to it? Maybe it got delayed or something? Haven't heard about it in a while. Maybe it came out and it fucking sucks shit ass. That would be the worst of all worlds, but... yeah, I don't know. It's like, people call Darkest Dungeon a roguelike. I do not think of Darkest Dungeon as a roguelike whatsoever. Darkest Dungeon 2, yeah, Darkest Dungeon 2 definitely tries to be more roguelike-ish. I never checked off Half Magic. Darkest Dungeon 2 makes an obvious effort to be more roguelike-y. I should just save and quit and go back to my house. But the original Darkest Dungeon, I don't know, it's far from a roguelike in the same way that XCOM is far from a roguelike. Like, there's a legitimate, like, 80-hour plus campaign to Darkest Dungeon 1, and it is quite grindy as well. So, I don't know, as soon as you introduce grind to a roguelike, I sleep. I can't stand for grinding games. You know, when I first tried Slice and Dice, the game I'm talking so positively about, I thought that there was grind in Slice and Dice, and I literally almost, like, immediately stopped playing the game. Because and it would have been dumb of me, because I completely misunderstood how the mechanic works, but at the same time, the mechanic is not explained well at all. But yeah, Slice and Dice gave me a bit of a scare when, like, one of the first things you'll see is that one of your characters can increase the maximum... What am I doing? Can increase the maximum HP of other units, and first thing I thought of was... I'm not even in Dark World! What is wrong with me? I'm too focused on the banter. One of the first things I thought of was, does that mean I can just sit in this easy-ass first area combat encounter and grind all of my units to infinite HP? And so I did, and I got one character to fucking like 50-something HP, and then I got bored. And yeah, at that point I was straight up about to like Alt F4 the game and never talk to it again. But thankfully I ended that combat encounter and found out that maximum HP is not all that it seems. When you increase the maximum HP of a unit in combat, it reverts back to what it's supposed to be at the end of combat. So thankfully, I gave it a little bit more time to find out what the actual mechanic was, and I really feel like, I don't know, they need to explain that more clearly, because it's less of increasing maximum HP. I mean, like, literally, that is what it's doing. But I feel like they should treat it more as an overheal than as a increased max HP. Because that's effectively what it is. You, like, temporarily overheal units. Or at least somewhere they need to explain that the max HP isn't permanent. Because it left an immediate sour taste in my mouth. And, like, I don't know. I cannot stand for gross design like that anymore. I'm too picky. I've truly become a video game connoisseur. to do the most over-the-top, probably incorrectly pronounced French pronunciation of connoisseur. Is connoisseur even a French word? I hope it is. Or I'm a turbo dumbass. But I'll take that. They really should just put the word temporary in there or something. It's something to explain that the max HP is not actually max HP. Like, it does, you know, work like max HP for the effects. Oh god, this is a crystal dungeon, so I needed to do Aghanim anyways. It is French, let's go. Let's go. See, that's why English is so fucked up. We just be copying shit. typhoon. Fucking Japanese, bitch. Bet you didn't know that one. I'm pretty sure that's the one that literally everybody knows. Isn't there another? Oh yeah, fucking Skosh is like my favorite fucking Englishism. I don't even know if Englishism is a word, but now it is because I can't think of a better way of phrasing it. Skosh, like I'll have a skosh of this. Like just put a fucking skosh of salt in my meal, please. Skosh is the funniest fucking thing to me because it comes from the Japanese word skoshi, which I mean most people. It's I went hard on the e part of that word. Most people you would just pronounce it skosh, but yeah, it's very funny that it got butchered to the level of just saying skosh. I mean, not that many. It's not that common of a word. Like, I don't hear people use skosh all that frequently, but it is funny. I like that one. So yeah, Rando's going well. At least I didn't say concierge. Sorry. I'm gonna stop. You can only be offensive to French once per day. That's the limit. Italians are fair game, but I don't know. French, they're going through some shit or something. Honestly, I have fucking no idea what's going on in France. Isn't France a majority communist-led government? Based. I have no idea, though, honestly. I'm like, maybe the most uneducated as far as, like, what else is going on in the world. I don't even know what's going on in America most of the time, so you can't expect me to know what the fuck is going on in other people's countries. It's probably important. You're pretty sure the French are cringe? No, dude. I just called them based, and now I'm cringe as a result. Yeah, I agree. There's many things that could be done about the HP situation in Slice and Dice, but still great game. Like, it is a little janky, I'll admit. Like, there are some things like the game does not run in full screen at all. You cannot run the game in full screen. There is no music in the game whatsoever, which I can't blame them because I have a game that doesn't have sound effects, more or less. Oh, thank God. No, I don't even need to use mirror here. But, yeah, there's some jank elements to it. It's on itch.io, and I can understand, like, if the developers, I think that it's, like, one lead developer and an artist. I don't know how much either has contributed to, like, the design of the game, but I don't care, really. Whoever is coding stuff might, like, have plans to like, polish things up, add music and stuff before adding it to Steam, but just as, like, a raw gameplay video juego, it's very good. Very good. I'm not selling you on it. Look, I shouldn't need to sell you on it. For one, because I'm not a businessman. Ever since I left GameStop, I left that scummy salesman career behind. But beyond that, I think the game sells itself better than I could just by, like, looking at the combat. Like, okay, so it's very random. I'll be real. I'm concerned about, like, the level of randomness that, because it's a game based on dice rolls, right? Nice. Single arrow. The only single arrow check in the entire game. He's gotten it. I don't even know where the fuck that single arrow is in vanilla. But, there is a lot of randomness that can result by, the fact that every single thing you can interact in the game with, more or less, is as a result of dice rolls. But I think it's well balanced. So far, from what I've seen, there's only one troublesome combat encounter that, like, I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. Maybe I just handled that combat encounter poorly. Maybe I got particularly unlucky, but it kind of seemed like entirely insurmountable. That is the only combat encounter I've been a part of, though. And I should mention that I'm playing the game on a difficulty mode that's literally called Unfair. So, like, I might be playing it in Ascension 20. Like, I shouldn't be judging the game's balance solely on my experience in the hardest difficulty, though I do think that is something fair to judge a game on, because, like, to me, the best balance you should find in a game is no matter what, no matter how hardcore of a difficult game you want to make, IMO, you should make sure that the hardest difficulty on your game is always consistently beatable. But I know that that's not even the popular opinion, even. I know there's a lot of people that think that if it becomes consistently beatable, it becomes boring. So, you know, maybe I'm the odd one out in that situation, but to me, I always appreciate it if I know that I'm not playing a game that can randomly just decide that I lose. I don't think that's particularly fun, but maybe it's a me thing. Anyway, can I do... What do I... Oh, fuck, I don't have to do Misery Mire? Holy shit, let's go. I just have Desert Palace left? Are you serious? Oh my god. This is my birthday or something. What have I done to be so blessed on the seed? I don't have to do anything difficult today. I guess I did Turtle Rock. I guess I did... Well, I did somewhat early Thieves Town. I guess I did do the majority of the seed without a fucking mirror, because I just refused to do Aghanim. Yeah, there's a lot of dumb things I did. Yeah, fuck. What am I doing? I'm just wasting my time. I'm gonna get this random check for no reason, and I'm not even gonna pick it up. I'm gonna save and quit. And flute. I probably don't need to flute at this point. No, I think flute is still something I want to do. I'm gonna flute, go to Desert Palace, and fucking smash puss, dude. Let's go. I still need silver arrows, but there's like 30 different chests in Ganon's tower, so I'm gonna bank on silver arrows being there. It's usually a safe bet. Oh shit, my girlfriend's here. No one look. I said nothing. Alright, flute. Let's go. Yeah, I am a hardcore gamer playing Slice and Dice like it's Dead Cells without upgrades. I don't know. I do think that, in my experience, so look, I beat hard mode the first try on the demo. And so, I mean, you don't even start with Unfair unlocked. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to beat the game on hard mode, but because I beat the demo ends, I think, 8 levels before the actual end of the game. What a fucking cursed demon map. I have never seen... Did I ever open this overworld map? If I did, I didn't pay attention to it. What a fucking hellscape I live in. I'm stupid. I don't have the book. I have to enter this the scuffed way. Whoopsies. Yeah, I think you're supposed to beat the game in hard mode. But since I beat the demo, I think I cheesed it and it unlocked unfair difficulty earlier? Maybe? Maybe not. I'm not 100% sure, but whatever the case is, as soon as I beat the demo on hard mode first try, I was like, well, this is easy baby mode. I'm gonna move up to unfair and see how hard it is. So in my experience, I have 100% win rate with with hard mode, kind of, in a way. In so many ways, I have 100% win rate with that. So I guarantee that hard mode is probably just a more enjoyable mode for me to be playing it in. But I'm gonna play unfair mode on stream just because, like, I don't know. It's probably better stream content to do the hardest difficulty. It is rough though. The one combat encounter I was talking about that brutally fucked me in like an unthinkable manner was It's fucking raw. It's fucking... Sorry, wait, don't ban me, Twitch. I know I did such a great impression of Gordon Ramsay, but that's not actually him. Yeah, the combat encounter that destroyed me was 3 goblins, which, you know, do various attacks, but most importantly, the most notable feature of a goblin is that it gets stronger with every enemy that has died. Or, sorry, every ally, like ally on the goblin side. Every enemy I have killed increases the strength of the goblin's abilities. And the goblins have, like, enough HP that it would have taken me about 2... I guess I can just warp out. It would have taken me about 2 turns to kill each of them individually, and they also, like, put shields up as well. And then on top of the 3 goblins that get stronger when other things die, oh, right block. You can tell I'm a gamer. I know what I'm doing in this dungeon. On top of that, there were also, like, 3 or 4 other enemies, each of which could spawn additional enemies. And maybe I got the worst luck in the world. So I tried to focus on the goblins first, because, like, obviously threat management, take out the guy who gets stronger when taking things out. But then it just, I like, so many enemies were getting summoned, I had to take care of some of the lower HP enemies. Or, like, there were, like, seriously, like, 8 enemies on screen, or whatever the fucking maximum is. I breached the maximum. There is, like, a literal maximum of how many enemies can exist on screen at once, and I breached that. So instead of adding an additional enemy, it put a little bar at the top that said +1 reinforcements, and is basically like a fucking queue. It was like he was waiting in the line at Chipotle for the other enemies to get their burritos. And then as soon as I killed any random dumbfuck enemy, the one that was in the queue showed up. So I was basically, like, reprehensibly fucked. Like, I don't know what I could have done in that situation. It seemed insurmountable. Like, the goblins were unkillable on their own, let alone the fact that, you know, I was getting fucked sideways by 10 other enemies. It seemed impossible. So maybe they need to balance some of the individual combat encounters, but so far it's been good. As, like, the one time I got fucked. Why am I fucking so much this stream? Horny streamer? Anyone else notice the streamer was especially horny today? What am I doing? No, I did Turtle Rock. What the fuck? Why didn't I check Turtle Rock? Jesus. I'm dumb. Yeah, I have everything I need to do Ganon. To fuck him. Sorry. Yeah, no, sorry. If I get banned from Twitch, I'll be famous. And it won't be, what happened to Dick when he was banned, with, literally no chance of reconciling the situation. Just an instant ban. No warning ahead of time. I'm sure that wouldn't happen to me. I'm cool enough that, God, I'm so bad at this. I have to, like, hold my hand in a freak fuck way to even get it to work remotely. But it does feel fun when you get that trick to work. It does feel fun. He got it back? He got his old account back? Because from what I saw, he made a new account. I wasn't aware that he got his old account back and then... Goddamn Dick. Like, immediately after getting his account back, decided to rename it to more or less the exact same thing. It took a year, but he got it back. Wow. You name yourself your, you know, a funny joke based on your real life name, and you get banned for a year. You live stream fucking televised broadcast, and I don't know, it's like a slap on the wrist and a week's timeout. Makes sense. Makes sense. I mean, like, look, you know, I've talked about my privilege my entire life, but now I get to make the joke. Us affiliates out here, we're underrepresented. We need to unionize. You know, I did see that I did see that a petition was made to increase the pay cut that streamers get off of subscriptions. Because, like, I wasn't even aware of the situation that 50% was now, like, the lowest. I guess it makes sense that, like, Facebook and YouTube would have to increase their cut in some way to get people on their platform, along with the fact that they do, like, you know, incredibly frugal contracts with streamers. Yeah, what am I saying here? I guess what I'm trying to say is, I signed the petition, though fucking petitions are so funny, dude. Like, look, I'll sign a petition if I don't really have to put that much effort into the signature, and also if it's something I believe in. But, like, petition, when is the last fucking time a petition has done literally anything? Like, petitions are, what the fuck did I get there? Heart piece, probably, who knows? Petitions, they tend to, you know, be a good way of rallying a lot of people to give away their information to some fucking privatized petition website. But I don't see a lot of change out of them. I'm cynical also, like, I'll admit, I'm a cynical little bastard. But, I'm not expecting my signature to hold much weight on the Twitch increasing wage. Like, Twitch doesn't give a shit, dude. Like, Twitch does not fucking care. They don't have to, either. Like, they're already the most popular streaming website. Like, even when they lose, like, their large streamers, like, there's a reason you don't see, like, massive streamers like Ludwig taking permanent YouTube contracts. Because of course they're not going to. Like, it's always because they take, like, you know, a few, maybe, like, not even that much. Like, I don't know, I think Ludwig is banned on Twitch, so people can't subscribe to him, but, like, you can do bulk subscriptions on Twitch. For all we know, like, Ludwig could still be making, like, hundreds of dollars a month based on people's bulked up subscriptions. And yeah, like, why wouldn't you? There's literally no reason a big streamer shouldn't take, like, you know, a short-term contract at YouTube or whatever the fuck. Because it's, like, a solid, you know, real salary. What was the other thing I got there? Fucking net? It's like a real salary, and yeah, you're gonna get, like, hardly nearly as much views as you are on Twitch, but, like, you just come back to Twitch, like, a year later, or however long the contract is, and there's, like, literally no repercussions. I think the biggest repercussion I've seen from a deal like that is Simple Flips. He was banned for a year past the contract. And, like, I still think that, isn't Simple Flips an affiliate? I don't think that Simple Flips is a partner. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's like the only case I've seen of real repercussion. But also, like, Simple Flips is not, I mean, he's a big streamer, but he's not on the degree that Ludwig is. Like, Twitch wants Ludwig to come back. I don't think he's going to have any troubles returning. But they are going to have to bite that bullet at some point. Dude, just fucking eyeball it. I'm a legend. I don't need eyes to see. Twitch is going to have to, fuck it, I'm turning it back on. Who turned out the lights? Twitch is going to have to come across that bridge at some point where they do, like, permanently ban a large streamer for taking a contract at a different website. But until that happens, like, Twitch doesn't fucking care about anything. They can literally treat, like, every single partner like complete dog shit. And it doesn't really matter from, like, most streamers' perspectives. At least most streamers that do it as a career. Because, you know, like, even if the cut from subscriptions isn't that great, like, a lot of people do donations and stuff. And yeah, there's a cut taken from, you know, whatever service you're using to get donations from at that point. But, I mean, still, like, people tend to be needlessly generous to, the top % of Twitch. So, I mean, it's in a situation where big streamers, which are the streamers that have, like, the most weight in the situation, could probably care less. I mean, if they want to do a good thing for the little guy, I'm sure they'll talk about it. But, like, I don't know. If you're at the top, like, why the fuck would you care about the fucking ratio that Twitch is receiving? It's the difference from you getting, like, 100,000 a month to you getting 120,000 a month, right? Like, it's not that big of a difference in the whole scheme of things. Can you just die? Can you just please? I fucking hate it when you... this guy in particular, the refight on ice is annoying if you get stun locked like that. But, yeah, I don't know. I feel like the streamers at the top generally don't give a shit, and, Twitch has a record of not giving a shit about the streamers on the bottom. So, like, I'm honestly amazed that, that Twitch even cared enough to, you know, give out more emote slots to affiliates. Like, that is, like, the most selfless thing I've seen Twitch do in a while. And, that's not even doing that much. Like, that is quite literally, like, bare fucking minimum, like, just good PR move, because they don't want to look bad about the fact that they pay their, you know, partners and affiliates less than literally every other company doing this does. So anyways, that's my Galaxy Brain take on the situation. Hope you appreciated it. I'm just gonna warp back because I need to go the right side of the dungeon anyways. We're almost done. You know, I got a lot of banter out of this, this rando here. I'm glad. I was debating not streaming today either. Like, I've thought about streaming for, like, I don't know, probably the past 3 or 4 days this week, but I just get in my own head and I'm like, I'm not funny, dude. Like, why would anybody watch this freak when fucking Jerma's on the platform? Why would anyone watch this freak when Moose, the absolute legend of Hobbit speedruns, is on the platform? What the fuck? I'm a cube? I didn't pay attention to my bunny form earlier when I was in Thieves Town. That's the one. That's the one. I guess I'm the... Okay, I thought I was, like... It took me a while to draw the connection as to why I would turn into a fucking gray cinder block. It's, Super Mario World. The fucking boos that turn into blocks when they get shy. When they get nervous, like I do. Can you... Okay, we're getting to the end of, we're getting to the... Oh, wait, no, there's no reason to ever go into that room. Similar to every room in Misery Mire. We're getting to the end of, checks in this zone, which has me slightly frightened, because I don't really want to do a bunch of bullshit overworld stuff. I hate doing bullshit overworld stuff. It's the worst. But I'll finish off Ganon's tower anyways, because you don't need light arrows to finish off the tower. Alright, let's do this room. I know that if you're, like, a pro gamer or whatever, you can do this room without, like, clearing absolutely everything ahead of time. But I am not a pro gamer. I haven't said anything controversial on any bridges. And I make it a habit of not burning too many bridges. So I gotta do that one the long way. Oh, that's not how you do it. You need to throw that, like, way sooner. Oh, whoopsies. Quick turn, 2 quick ones. You already know I'm getting there on the perfect line. Streets 112. It's come back recently. Like, Streets 112 is a fucking ancient meme. But, it's had a resurgence. For the better. I appreciate the Streets 112 love. Oh, man. Wait, is there any reason for me to be here anymore? No. I think no. Right? I think no. I think no. I think every other thing on the right side of the dungeon is, like, a complete waste of time that only exists to make your life worse. Oh, wait, did I get the... I must have gotten the big key, right? Yeah, wow. Did I seriously get big key in, like, the last chest? I wasn't even paying attention to when I got big key. Because, I need light arrows still. So I was gonna full clear the dungeon regardless of what happened. How do I open this door? Is this door not openable? I don't think it is. I'm trying to think of the fastest way to get to... I think I have to go all the way through left side again, which is annoying. But, I don't know, it's just what you gotta do, right? It's just what you gotta do. There's probably a faster way of going back through this dungeon to... I'm trying to get to the big chest to unveil the mystery of my madness. I'm just trying to get to the big chest. I could have gotten to the big chest by completing the rest of right side, but fucking right side is just miserable. Also, that might be too close. No, it's fine. It's fine. No sweat, dude. No shot. But yeah, anyways, I should probably try to be a little bit less self-conscious and stream slightly more frequently than, you know, once every 6 days or however long it's been. There's so many fucking stream things that, like, look, I can have fun in the stream. I can think it's a great stream. Regardless of how good the stream goes, I still have to do, like, fucking menial back-end work afterwards that is always just a fucking pain in the ass for me. Like, you know, I don't have enough money to afford, like, a fucking editor to handle my YouTube stuff for me. I'm gonna have to, on Twitch's end, highlight this VOD into 2 parts. One for the rando, one for slice and dice. Wait, I said slice and dice as a joke, but that's the actual name. Fuck. One for rando and one for slice and dice. I have to export those, and I have to wait for like an hour for the export to finish. And then thumbnails, video descriptions, it's the whole thing. The whole 9 yards. I put in all of the work. Even though I get none of the benefits. That's streaming in a nutshell, though. Die, bastard. It still shocks me that you can kill those guys with your sword. It just feels wrong. Oh fuck, I don't have light arrows! This room is twice as annoying as a result. It just feels wrong to be able to kill these guys with anything but arrows. God damn it, dude. I hate this room so much. Like, I can get the first shot. I don't know, I just hate the mimic rooms in general. They stink and I don't like them. Yeah, see, these guys are picky. You can't kill these guys with sword. I guess it's a color theme because you can't kill the red eyeball guys with a sword either. I've truly found meaning in this Link to the Past world. Oh, look at that! Speak of the devil. I forgot that the red eyeball guys were in this dungeon. And then you spam this button repeatedly until eventually there aren't that many spikes you have to deal with, and you're good. You're good. I've taken so much damage, too. And forgotten to check so many things on my tracker in the duration of this rando. I'm gonna fucking take a pit stop, dude. I'm gonna take a real, legitimate... Dude, don't fucking die. Don't use... Ah! This is why no one watches me. See, this is it, right here. The fact that you know what? Fuck it. Kill me. See if I care. What do I turn into when I die? What is that? I don't understand. But whatever the case is, it's for bullshit like that. It's for me trying to reset the room so that the cannonballs weren't there. That's why I don't get the big bucks on Twitch. I finally learned how to do boot bonks correctly. I always had the problem where I would either like grab the wall. Ah, I took both of them. Gross. I would either grab the wall or fall off trying to nudge myself far enough away from the wall that I don't grab it. Turns out, it's like way easier than I thought it was. You just have to, you just have to start your dash in a different direction and then pivot while the animation is still playing. You know the one. See, but this is why people do watch me, for all of the fun gaming moments, like my impression of the spot on, if I might add. One of my best impressions. And you know me, you know how much I love impressions. I'm not gonna be too hard on Impressionable Gamer, because, like, look, you know, we're all trying our hardest here on Twitch, but, like, I don't know, dude. I felt a special kind of embarrassment as a guy who, like, regularly talks about hating gimmicks on streams, and beyond that, also saying that, like, impressions are maybe some of the cringiest thing you can do. Having a guy race with us who, what his stream is known for is a gimmick of doing impressions on his stream. Maybe not the best fit for me, personally. Maybe not the best fit. But I don't want to give the guy a complex or anything if he ends up seeing this. Not that I think he will, because, like, why the fuck would anybody watch my stream? I don't mean to be, like, high and mighty about it. It's just personal preference. But, yeah, no, do whatever works for you. Like, look, while I don't personally like gimmicks, if you have a gimmick that's, like, working well for you, you know, I'm not gonna say, like, you shouldn't do it. Like, whatever works. Like, Shattered Rift, for example, a guy who's raided me multiple times, hangs out in the stream sometimes, and is generally, like, just a nice guy. From what I could tell. I don't know that much about the guy. Maybe he's awful. But anyways, from what I know about the guy, he's nice, but he has a gimmick of wearing, like, a fucking suit and tie to his stream. I'm like, I don't know, man. It certainly couldn't be me. Like, if you're gonna put in the effort to do that, like, I'd fully support your ability to do so, and, you know, he's got a more of a community than I do on Twitch, so clearly it's working for him. I'm so bad! Ah, okay, I made it. God, that was close, though. I'm pretty sure the timer... Oh, no, that was the timer ending. Maybe it wasn't as close as I thought it was. But yeah, whatever. Like, if it's fucking... Why am I so bad with analog stick on a D-pad game? That kind of had some rhythm to it. Bars, despite none of it rhyming. Yeah, I don't know. If you're doing a fucking gimmick and it's working out for you, hey, bada bing. All right, I told you this place had like 30 chests in it. I knew that eventually I would be proven correct on my assessment to just go straight into whatever this place is called, Ganon's Tower. Who cares? But I just don't get gimmicks, man. Like, I could not. See, Cassidy, it works every time, just like I said. Maybe there's some finickiness to the... I know that you can be consistent at staying on the ledge with that freak, but I don't know how to do it. I'm not very good at it. I also know that the way you're supposed to kill this guy is by, like, running back and forth through him, which just seems disgusting. Like, that seems awful. I don't understand how I didn't hit him there. That felt like solid connection, but whatever. I am the asshole. Like, I don't know, I make comments about VTubers, which in its own is just a gimmick, right? I make comments about VTubers. I make comments about people streaming in suits. I make comments about people fucking doing impressions. Like, at the end of the day, I'm the asshole here. I understand that. I'm not trying to suggest that I'm the one who's right in this scenario, but I certainly do be hating impressions. And that's my take on the situation. That's my definitive gamer take. I'm just gonna run through this because I fucking hate this room. I'm just gonna cape it. Oh, fuck, I actually kind of need magic for Ganon, though. Whatever. I'll use my fucking lamp instead of my fire rod on the Ganon fight. I forget how exactly... What am I doing? Inventory swapping. There's nothing to swap to here. I forget how to do the bug where you... Oh, nice double hit. Nice double hit. The bug where the lamps stay on permanently. I think it has something to do with lighting the torch, like, at the frame or as close as you can to the frame of it extinguishing. But I honestly have no idea. That's just a shot in the dark from what I kind of remember being told it is. Nice, dude. Solid hits there. Solid hits. I'm pretty sure he only has one hit left, so I am wasting my time by trying to get more than one hit. Oh, but this is the God Seed. Look at that. Look, he did only have one hit left. The God lineup. The only thing that would have been better is if he also shot a orb. Okay, well, this is fun. You know, it was good to get back into Rando, even though I did, like, self-sabotage by, refusing to do Aghanim for the longest time. But yeah, anyways, petitions, I don't know. I don't think they do anything. Hot take. Hot take. If you're a politician, like, there's no fucking, people act like petitions are fucking, like, law enforcement. Like, politicians just look at fucking petitions and are like, yeah, look at these freaks yelling about shit. That's so cute. It's, like, actually hilarious that they think we're gonna do anything about it. I in my experience from the petitions that I've been a part of, have not seen any fruition as a result of said petitions. I guess I am gonna try and use my lamp here. Like, I really don't have that much magic. I do have half magic, but not a lot of it. Not a lot of half magic. This is like a quarter of a quarter magic at best. Quarter of a third of a... And if you add Hulk Hogan into the mix, and he knows that I'm gonna beat him, this is maybe like a third of a half of a quarter of a magic bar, I think. But that's just my take. That's just a theory. Alright, so he spits, torch goes out. Oh, what the fuck, dude? I pressed that fucking button. You know I pressed that button. I got an input display for a reason. Oh, I'm supposed to hit him there. What am I doing? Ooh, why is he pink? Yeah, I knew I didn't get the double hit there when I stuttered on the ledge. This sucks, though. This is suboptimal for sure. Yeah! I'm probably wasting more magic trying to get the lamp to work, honestly. Really? That wasn't a double hit? That felt solid. I'll be real. That one felt pretty good. Alright, this is like as good as I could get with the lamp. There you go. Oh, fucking Christ, dude! Whatever. I'm not even upset. Like, you didn't even... I'm not owned, okay? You didn't even, like, honestly, if I was on my game, if I didn't have a half of a quarter of a third of a magic bar, you know I was in there. You know. You know I was in there. Alright, fuck it, whatever. I just have to, at least I have flute. See, this is why I got flute earlier. This is the reason. This is why I needed flute. Because I knew I would have a half of a quarter of a third of a magic bar. And have to go back and get a fucking potion. Typical. Typical me behavior. You know, all of this could have been avoided. All of it. All of this, what I'm doing right now, would have been avoided if I didn't slurp on that green magic potion at the very start of the rando. Could have been a different world. We could have been seeing the credits by now. But c'est la vie. Oh, sorry. C'est la vie. God. There you go. There's my French callback for the day. C'est la vie. I mean, that's got to be like the easiest French pronunciation of all time. I think I could pat myself on the back for that one. I don't know. From what you hear, you hear a lot about French being particularly picky about their language pronunciation, so maybe they would hear me say c'est la vie and say, are you fucking dumb? It's leviosa, you fucking idiot. I'm sure there's a bit of that going on, behind the scenes. You think you think J.K. Rowling? Sorry, I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say. You think J.K. Rowling should log off? Me personally, yes. I toned down my take a little bit from what it was originally gonna be. But what a fucking, like, you've already done it. Like, why can we, like, fucking 2022 already successful people just fucking shut up challenge? Like, you don't need to say anything. You're not fucking promoting anything. You're just fucking weird. Like, literally no one likes what you're doing here. It's just weird. Alright, I guess I'll play hide and go seek with this guy for the end of days. Tag is a... Fuck, dude, I fucked up my Squid Game reference. I should have gone with tag, not hide and seek. Funny Squid Game. Anyone else think that Squid Game Season 2 is, like, impossible to be good? Like, there's no way that they can follow it up in an interesting way. I'll be real, like, Squid Game, despite being enjoyable, and, like, yeah, you know, I agree with the statement it's trying to pull off with the show. Also, like, I don't know, the show, like, literally took every predictable twist I think it could have. Like, it definitely didn't do anything, like, new, IMO. He fucking cockblocked that in his invisible form? His ethereal realm? Okay, I guess I'm getting no shots that time because Link pulled the string but forgot to notch an arrow. That's fine. I just, like, I don't know, man. I can't imagine a Season 2 interesting me in the slightest. Like, I'll watch it for sure, if not just for, you know, something to talk about on stream. Lord knows I need more banter topics. I haven't been doing anything. I've been playing fucking Bee Swarm Simulator, doing randos, and, oh, he got the double hit to end it. Bee Swarm Simulator and Roblox randos and slice and dice. I got nothing going on. Especially now that, like, the majority of the responsibilities regarding, moving out, I have no control over. So, I'm just kind of leaving that to you know, whatever happens, I guess. But it'll probably work out. Cool seed, right? I don't know. There are some issues I would take, personally. Where do you get off, seed? Where do you get off? Alright. I've entered the part of the stream where I start sweating, because I live in Texas, and despite it being, you know, what's supposed to be the coldest season, it is like, I don't know, probably 80 degrees out right now at nighttime. C'est la vie and all that. Alright, let's peep the stats. Let's peep the horror. Hopefully tab isn't some fucking hotkey on OBS that I'm not aware of. That would be a fucked global hotkey, though. Alright, first sword, 9 minutes. Pegasus boots, 15 minutes. Flute, an hour 50. Mirror, an hour 50. I had the gold sword fairly early, so I guess I can't complain about that. Sword upgrades were nice. Damage taken, 1,731. Nice, nice. Magic used for... Where do they even get those numbers from? Probably just the... Yeah, I assume half a heart is a damage. 26 bonks, that's average. 6 deaths, 1 fairy revival. Look at that. 232. So that was like 20 minutes of me sitting at the main menu reading chat and such. Alright, well that was fun. I had fun. I hope the audience at large had fun. Sesame Street style. Did you have fun? What was your favorite part of the randomizer? Mine was refusing to get Aghanim for 2 hours, thus leading to a much less enjoyable seed all on from start to finish, basically. Alright, fucking done with this. Done with this. Pivoting, exiting this. Done with that. I can keep my timer going, whatever. It'll just count as uptime from this point forward. Exit that. Now everyone can see the full beauty of my forested background. This, yes. Yes. Unplug controller. Do I need an input display? I think this is one of those games that I'm just going to use a fake input display. Like, you know. There is some element of humor to having like a first-person shooter mouse and keyboard style input display for like what is effectively a point-and-click adventure as far as input complexity goes. But at the same time, I've got like all of these beautiful fake input displays that I never use. I should, oh wait, what the fuck? What the fuck? No! No, why would you do this to me? Okay, I guess we are going the route of real input display as a joke. God damn it. When I was fiddling with OBS earlier, I duplicated the scene that I use for, you know, this scene, my like regular gameplay scene. I duplicated it. So I didn't have to do that much work on the Link to the Past scene. But I deleted the meme inputs. And now I have to... I didn't realize it was going to delete it in both. Whatever. Let me get my real input display, and we can all have a laugh and a gaff and a hoot and a holler over how funny it is that I'm using an input display for this game. I'm going to keep it blue, too. Whatever. Technically, with the color scheme, it probably should be set to green, but who cares? And I'm not going through the extra effort to do that. All right, now I have to do, like, stream stuff. Oh, I don't even have to do that much, because Variety Streamer TM works for this as well. Slice and Dice. Is it in... Oh, it is. It is on Twitch. Let's go. It is not an any percent. It is not a speedrun. It is... Well, you could make the argument that it's a randomizer, because it is a roguelike. I'm keeping no major glitches, because I honestly think it's extremely funny to put no major glitches on, like, casual playthroughs of games. I've only experienced one glitch prior to me streaming this game, and that is a crash. I was going to have the game, like, I was just going to leave it open while I streamed so that when I pivoted to Slice and Dice, I could show off my, my only unfair victory. But when I minimized it, it crashed when I tried to maximize it. So... Look, like I said, there is some jankness to this game. I'm not going to say it's a perfect video gaming experience, and I guess I am going to scuff my regular game window. You know what? This is what I should do. I should just have a game capture source that's just called, like, scuffed window.